early kickoff in the Premiership nom Chelsea and Bohonsam at a Barca ebo Madrid ebo weekend various league no Spanish Primera Division La Liga yebe Rome our French Liga no near team como Italian Serie A games and Basu German Bundesliga and one some at a sign yebe Rome na yatin ko matches no mabobi and be Basu na yebe sign abobi no transfers no I hot pa weekend dia and asem 20 weekend idiom say need to baby I am monitored all update no baba na won say the nneama be sia ko free ho and so ye be rem na afia din komo e wo fie latest at sign awo ye can say na champion of champions no baso our dance park no na kotoko wo mu travel edo mani a kire baby ani wo mani go stars na dey ban nyame adoma wo chena be rem na afi ye di ho enkomo Ghana transfer no so no ye rest weekend here no so na be ende and so emu ayesepahas ni kotoko womu go so mu tobi latest no yere on some but democracy cup I want some at say enkomo enso so no so na day ye ba be dina afia on say nuama ebesi accord day after latest ofie the Black Stars of Ghana ever reported our camp after international break and one latest no and some at the baba teams no nyina no and clubs ni nyina be breaking afi womu enso etimi aba na awabwa from Black Stars come ahead of gamer yeah ball area chat and Mali e wo fie ni won some ba and de won komo nyina ye bedi e wo show no so channel so sa ha Wontumi 101.3 Wontumi TV live e wo Facebook e blazy and anu pay Wontumi TV digital and afi satellite no so ye da so aye di ye ntwuma and ya se meto channel so se dwuma die no ye no ene di nti Wontumi TV live no e wo Facebook ko be kom o share page no de my show you streaming over share o comment na so like na wa follow page no ade amaye na fe no ade dwuma ade abomene Saturday enyoma e ho you pa menim say shadows no na say shadows I know den man for be room e yase man for ko party man for ko wa de nyina no yene mo an ewi ansa na nyina ya kontim ntwan ansa na matumutu e mu mfie mu na afi makomo amotika mu nsumini za mu enjoy live e Facebook e beda masie pa na ya shere nuama e be sia ko beda fortnase and ano pain I be judgment no ama sese anya asemeto batan and agena kwena atenase na no pay live on the show and have Newton Pitalati the only video analyst ewo kroma one also atenase na no pay sese pa akomia Messiah ewo fie ha and have Michael Asaribodu sportsman and some that church Steve onum enyina kan obia ye boama show no and so etimi akopim dumie no and an empire production team led by OKT ranking the top ranking member what and so boy ye chidom dendende one Shadrack womu anafe womu produce show no Maya yansu aba life aja yenya bi and so de amamo and anu pay e show no sumidi and the Capo the Supremo the sisters man kumo and anu pay director direct law no and I feel all direct show no the Amaya sister nyase me to fancy Di Maria and so attach show no yero some the eba over time good morning say bibi abokori
Capo we finance we
nyame adom bibi abokopa
kakrakra nyame gusu
oh yes nyame gusu bibi ay fine Everton Jason na ball no oh okay say the premiership no na say the premiership Jesus ndem say Jesse bia obi say dem say Jesse bia
say ofin so 77 no
to de noa
ya de noa na
okay this out here the way we see noa the way we see noa no
ehun say
ofin so na de noa nam dem say o menzo ya san chawa ni o noa maybe so ya so why
nyabotina aya auto asemisi aya auto boase
so the way we see noa no de dem say anu de bia be fine
na me be
bia be fine
no and everybody free baby na kan wa sem na say adai Capo di onu bem dey say check
also free
baby
and also say
Capo the Supremo
masa
area had there ni dia wona say na say na president ho panu go so akodie sa hono di fad kokosi Gambia number 1 Gambia number 2 there e wo mpesi aso hoya wo dia timi sere no ero ka cha mi se na Liverpool Jesse no obenya bi dia wo she no nam se obi ho
okay
bi o nti so pibia
ho nyina so utimi de
ko ye nyina
baby a pibia
baby a pibia anopa nso so
distance near barrier
baby a wo no baby a wo no tena wa ne frɛ
beba yes in beba
I still
just in beba baby girl
fine
I still the baby girl
so na anopa
okay go dampem na
why 100 pep.
Okay.
But this time I still damn pep. Now I say me I will can side it.
You remember your question of the day no so you didn't come. Almost p adaro mantiana masha no so anemo and eje adwinche duwa and so adwinche ebeba oba tan yenye we kakre. Na fi yamra na I made the question of the day no come na bibi anja na say mami nye we fast na brother yes best brain for adaro manano promo boy ye chiro best brain publications wo mo asian country so books no pebi aman kra na wo na Ghana ha ye kind of books wo mo eduma tintima say basic 1 to 6 no mathematics and have science and have English language abano say ope ye kind say dagbani and asantitri books ni nyina no wo mo and wo mo about best brain publications no about the past questions I dey survey na fe atro wasi and so matimi pass ya nyina no you be honti animation so e dey am say integrated science and am open GHS mathematics and afe ban say any social studies no and afe creative art ni ade ni nyina no ade so wo mo e dey be about any best brain publications wo mo do mo juma pankro no abed raposara hotel ho an wo mo and so ebo mo di juma 0507 200 now no matin come 3p garlic mixture woman daroma 3p no di juma ye pass garlic draw and ye kan wasam di atro no ya twe garlic mu nsuo ene awodin no na afa ya de aye natural plant juice and ya keka nuama de abom e ba no minerals ne vitamins asemu mantimon sha no so e my way akase opese so te e stroke and e hawadwen obenma dwe e be boa na afro sugar level awosro ana se ne ye ka obi an blood and say high blood pressure no what draw pie 3p and over baby at what draw can help you no over 3p garlic mixture 0248928824 now only at in Tabia no German so Tabia heba company industry Tabia takum and on a member in DB Tabia takum one day we are beman abe juma ya what draw no and I feel Tabia ba Mr. Sway malaria and I feel join this typhoid no and if you are Tabia ba capsules no we are met him and assembly of Sisi we are what drew Tabia ba capsule 0243686861 now only at in command need so high bar clinic and your doctor also doctor and you was one glaucoma and assembly cataract one in and so one and so one day obaba mafia day and when and man what day juma pure herba and I need so doctor the also juma prostate no and I feel tina ya no west pains no so bright now wow now for one side area no and from Amatakra de port contest ya ben ak Bishop Porter girls and afi Kumase kwara so estate park ya juma akran so ewo alaji wala ko junction ya boy juma tabora 0559901234 na fe woni ya modin koma semens vital ba Mr. and capsules againo boy juma we member no week correction we bem I am re ewo mpema wadro ni we Pimsan Company Limited and atem abasetika efro to ase wono connect to wuti pensa wadrom enso eniano babua semens and I make come for them 442 bar and you am be come 0240616061 now on semens empany for din komo na bibia so nwa kama ate ama ye be rom na ya to so ngate ama ye ko immunity ba supplement omo ase immunity omo say ene we system no and ye kan wasam ngade atro na no pesa sorry na wona me ya de bi eboa wo be ko na fe Entempire Diana, how Jini and me say overcall na one madrebi a drawway a cantanka research a day abba enti wa unim cantanka de a ban road ya Ghana do bianio cantanka about pharmaceuticals from a draw ya immunitaba supplement in American for about general well-being 0535112813 na phone here and koma daruma Kodak farmer Kodak Chaco toothpaste or send Uber to the kama amanyama kama on better was sent out deno and some benyaba dompema over you su Kojak Chaco toothpaste no and about Kojak and Proco no Proco no boa bia papu and I for bianity pine or bianity federal migraine no when you be phone my bebo draw we unya bi a ebebo Ghana fana ba bia benya bi na nneoma ya kama 0244559597 afọ di nkoma nneoma ebe kama Lawson Beverages Limited Dr. Lawson ana dem draw we ba no Lawson Delayman Peters mema nyina draw Lawson Delayman Peters ana bebo Lawson Delayman premature ebe call at the ejaculation and after low sperm count ni nyina no ebe for Delayman capsules no your bar na after nneoma nkoye umenses nentai nsisi so ya bebo Delayman capsules unumbia nneoma be kama be friends 0248619999 baby ato draw bia no benya bi na after nneoma kama afem amayanko solar natural clinic woman na prostate afem about prostate no ebe fit our draw prostate no ana bebo asane so ngaba me say dupa Ghana fo nyina ekuta mema no enumbi eno bo solar chemistry ema no so ase obechem na diama mo ebo nso bi guna wote sente o ma wadro no enso eniezem ano ye panyan obete na nzeman aya dupa wonya bia no so ebe kama atimi ade amazon 245616028 na fe woni ade gobe ya kwamo na ne nemo yankwai na fe ABC game ebo 10 ya be draw no ngadiama ABC obebo star 26 where star 262 hash oba na o letters no select say 3 letters oba na fe waka baku bia ba e wosika obedimi no ba e wosika obedimi ansa nyina drop ya wosika ya draw near 10 and pay ya be say ya be 2:35 p.m. and after 9 p.m. ni nyina no draw no enso abaso ABC nyame adoma no do ya draw no enso baso na fe di enkomo ntitwa kabisisi azie metwa so numbers sabi edi aye bibi am here bibi kakra weekend na me dia anu amanti dey say mo ede yes ka ntuma sisi me di no Capo no aye bibi kakra so letters no 4 na mo me 3 emu 3 and aye bibi nti you ready number yeah come on you train dey na you free the last one no na me free anti CAP cap ana me dey atoso ti so bit my Capo no body music bebre
Jackson about make sense some get me just na malaria fever and typhoid fever na mpo se bia hona me ana ha wadro no Jackson heba make sense na banum na mpo ba tu ase kama and so atimi ediama enwati Jackson natural capsules no jaso me part when manpower next one mre and so ati won pem oya bema matenka sam no so automatically me sam wadro anu ne munum bia ebe bom amanes matima dimpoma goriye ama bibians atma kama enwati sane so am so wa poso and ya what do Jackson natural capsules and ana ben mesansa enubra ani aban ana duen enso ba ya te wono ankasa no didi no eto aduro no anam enso etimi edema anu timi srawada kono kopa aduro bi enso etimi no anu ache sebia kokopa ana tete ho me part afifiri sebia waposa wani a ana posa sebia afifiri to baabi anu nam so ama constipation anu so etimi akofa ba wadun Jackson co capsules anu na banom anu so etimi to asenso etimi da ma kokonti be matena se anu aka akonyam me srawada Jackson co capsules ababwa anam asubati atu ase deku adiama baby atwande organa fana ntwele mini ntia so na kwa wonsanso ebeti akabo kumase ya apidan keba mistia ba kolina keba fedimens LKO PFA anafe dania ba okwa wonsanso ebeti akabo ya frefra 0244723541 0275907009 mpanifo enso etima kasa emremu odifo ba kopa na nyankopon ade no ngosra enso etim da gunos ani odi for Samuel na nuti ana make am adam asese nei e kapa ana obidi wa why na just ontia ana posa promise and fail the attorneys anim guasia and chronic diseases are teto or court issues ana posa spiritual marriage abranche won mari anso da bia da obi no da na mesrawa da ko na odi for Samuel prayer and counseling center okohonoma odi for Samuel ebabwa na sane mani nyame enam ne so etima yi enso etimi the fruits ebia wodia no oya babawa wadu mpani fie so ware nanso kwakuna ba no abeka wahe no ko kodwena ba no abeka wahe no ko mesawada kodi for some prayer and counseling center na almost 18 wow ebi so dia no enso etimi awo ni nya no ko babwa na bibians eto kama kodi for sesia na no 18 wow kuma se eno wo o mention bobo anu wa obeka koto di for some na kasa se ne sa no pa ya watena dwama wono enso etimi abwa 0246 667117 0504588454 Nelson Panifo also atimi akasa na bibias atimi akokama bet influencer anam also atimi akoso na me part na Saturday ento so twa bet no when unya twa usu betimi di na Saturday bia said da bia me catch on
drop you
ko na wa chadi when bet influencer we no
ka ubedi
yes babia wo bia wutimi asihyebi na wa spread wa show code no we show code na nipa bi obetwa bia no benya 4% of it na bibia so atima o comment to dia no say the chance www.betway.com.gsc no say no bete game commission of Ghana ajat muni fi shadu ngo on for all of the game unya twa wo su betima di Alaska Star Enterprise nti say ya damu nyina so atimi ayefe ama bibia so atimi akokama na the chance a ban of wallpapers, Samsung and a ban of blind curtains, and 5D designs now. All corners also talk about Alaska,
Alaska, the dead.
Alaska,
yes, Alaska, the old walk. Yes, Alaska, no,
okay, Kumase, boss of a one, your wife, and 0554 114878. Good. And then Carlos, circle TikTok, Honma, suppose done inside annual. 0244-1051-35 and so it's my
yes, I'm a party we know at one Avilera. Yamrana Fiame Twasu and Fio and Famao. Higher Wontumi 101.3 Wontumi TV weekend edition or Wontumi Sports is I born. Yatrase Dumianum Paimuni, sorry, so now Monfa young question of the day numre. Now you're question at Dr. Amuzu, SM Famro Amuzu P and their sponsor Amuzu P and Namuya Ria Bema. Bawu tieme na rasa se go utiti na ekro pai na ya odenti de ni nyina no wadro infections and the few Amuzu P na daroma and what dia dro aba dwaman so obia no bie amana boa na bibia so ai kamanti wonum bi no na boa na esiesie wo no na o mema yo enso agina yenti no ase no so every amame Dr. Amuzu the transfer window no weekend and ya di awie and was say which transfer deal would you love your team to do before the deadline day? Ayebisasa and the transfer bang our club now was about to do ban out it happened before the transfer deadline day. When you ever do a transfer you say Ghana for me bring so bia I wanna dream I want the club or any transfer of person be and team and sakra nambia you really can you cry about time I say Ghana for chill my dream Ghana for chill my dream take a credit na fiamra
post na se post na make here na se honum na
okay
ko for dia papa ko Ghana for kasa
muzo mutoan
a branch and the other Derek Robinson is sacked to Liverpool and odiaba fe kwabna optic as he sacked to Liverpool Yabua Kofi Lewis as Isaac to Liverpool Don Sky GH and also Isaac and Mark Guehi to Liverpool Donzi Bernard as Lopez to Chelsea afa doctors I am Madison as a Femi to Chelsea Sanso and Branton di Adenana Peters as a family Lopez to Chelsea and odiaba Isaac here we go so rich and a diaba Charles Kofi and some as a family Lopez here we go and on us atimidiaba afa prof Kobe as a family Lopez to Chelsea Kwabna D Black as he sacked to Liverpool and also Femi to Chelsea Scott Jr. and some as a Baleba to Manchester United Kevin Amufa as a Vitinha to Real Madrid afa Kojo appoints Onana out of Manchester United Donnarumma in or Martinez in and on us atimidiaba Fame Grace aya quarten as Donnarumma to Man City and anos atimidiaba Samson ana diatana say Owusu also say DC Due to Chelsea and anos adiaba Anthony Blake as a Gilberto Mora to Real Madrid and odiaba Benny GH as a Vitinha to Real Madrid and afa foreigner 6 as a Konate to Real Madrid and also to the doso papa.
Well, and say on live no Arsenal. Bernardo also appears Carlos Baleba and Obese Owuni move and after Santiago Gilles is sacked to Liverpool. Obeso who 2 streets Madrid our team is okay for now and what they about Thomas Muller so Rodrigo to Man City watching the show live from Ntonso and one no a day amai Alpha family or say I love Rodrigo Rodrigo Goes are moving late to Arsenal and watro as they are my Vincent Frimpong as a Femi Lopez to Chelsea obezo unsa happen no Edward Diaba we ne Darlington say Baleba to Man United obezo hu Raza Junior sabi to my team Barca and watro de amayene and pay live on the show I don't some no and so de abawe so de abenye where Brad Prince say Femi Lopez to Chelsea and watch from Pedro Madina Cruz Lopez to Chelsea obeso who say happen Nyami Aduma transfer deadline day Zuzu Blankson say Femi Lopez to Chelsea and what them about Kwesi Culture as a Balaba to Man United obeso who say happen live and no them about decor menu my star boy Raza Junior no uncle he one fa answer so and anope and no dene what they aba Bruno Murphy say obezo who said the team has of folk who to Messi quas and also no Argentina no them about Vitinha to Real Madrid and no Black CJ and message what they about Constant Fuaqua was say Femi Lopez untouchable with the and no kakra one also they amena no pay and kakra wom and no nes Gregory Fofies obeso Donnarumma to Manchester United and no kakra no ade amaye and anope Fales Gasti Vitinha to Madrid obeso who say happen and no kakra on also de aba and anope live on the show and on some say Mohamed Tofik Amadou as a Liverpool no obeso who say sack and so a remeno kakra flu de ba yan drop yan betway course no na fi yan hwe amona ne nsema and anope and also ne den be fa beribi yebedi ana and there's here we cash
Shadrack is up project
and here that's more TV ni there that's so yeah drop at the amamo first one 100 os BWD FD6 780 BWD FD6 780 and we 100 os the twas your BWD FD7 015 80 os BWD FD7 015 and we 80 the twas your 20 os BWD FD7 75B BWD FD7 75B 20 os the twas your 11 os BWD FD7 E69 BWD FD7 E69 11 os and the twasu biem 5 os BWD FD8 FD8 6CB BWD FD8 6CB and the last one no so 5 was BWD FD8 E25 BWD FD8 E25 and also 5 os inti awonsem kakra eno no ti yehwe na nyankopon akai ono ama green light na afi bibia so I come nti ye to aso se bibia no obi
se opebia se bia
Jason no yes ope Jason bia na wa free number na weekend yes na weekend obe support team Jason na the supporting team
Chelsea no
yeah
and the boy 11:30 omobo
yeah early kick off tentem so
no ajo there
na wa so sa na they support na IFA
timi no so e dia man kotwa
so ani na ka camera ho weekend dey zeska bani pa when yeska ba dwenzo ya project ni titwa na de ne mu ye oh yen come no bra na it was Shadrack yen kwe na afi yen to aso Wontumi 101.3 Wontumi TV live on Facebook and afi Wontumi TV digital and satellite ne da so ene anope ye call Wontumi Sports Weekend Edition airborne foreign news amnesty
Angwa Juma no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Dudia Obeya Juma I said no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Dudia Obeya Juma Ye bompaye Shamaki Shra Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We Ahata Et Yehuwa Elohika Bika Luvika Uvika Naveshika Uvika Miyodika Tode Yasak in English in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Capo. Capo chairman. I feel like chairman Yes. Got tabu kasamu send messages and benyo bia say hey oh chairman ya dear pass say watch me assemble. I just quite be coming home and papa me.
Na guess it is okay how guess no me say
ya don't samateba nebo Shadrach Mame enye Ronaldo no game no fi on afia nremu e wo transfer sanwe no and I said na and what na ye rem na afia the titles ni nyina no e de aba El Narsa game and wo mu ne Al Tawon na boy no wo mu se 5 and Ronaldo no mutino wo na mu e ma nua man so e come on sa game and o cross your Felix abo hat-trick was sa game no e ma chese nua ma ye come de my boy no e ma chese o hwe se de nua adwuma wo ye wa group man so nua ni derby game Adema Al Nasa Eboboko no ewo ye kan so mu league no obomoden enya hat-trick wo mu a e man force sika advantage wo mu editor no na ese kwa bia so wo mu enso edebi ka wo de ma Chelsea team go adwuma akoda we ye na adwuma no se pantin goals no ebi and a fly at awonsam no ever Elba Kingsley Coman and so much watchna ewo sa game and we bass abra na Joe Felix abo hat-trick no na Kingsley Coman and so the goal at 2019 wonsam no and yate Emma Nano Pro so no so na ye fi wona fi rem no ubenya Ronaldo and so mo penalty what the ato na ten Ronaldo no and so mo the PK ato na ten Matima ye from El Nasa Eboboko no na say Ronaldo ne back home you see R7 and the bono ato na ten game no and so mo cross Ronaldo way a penalty number 28 one and so say ade Amanasa Eboboko no into we say the new Messi penalty number 28 for R Nasa and then the penalty and when we are dead to net at some no and so about 9 goals we had the last 9 official goals only and so I said Al Nassr move 4 and so a penalty so no and so Maria to net on something no ya de Emma ne ado pro so no say no a report for no mateba say 940 career goals only and so Masani goals no akwa do 940 and so go so 1000 goals na there and chakra only 60 goals left in Afe Cristiano Ronaldo ahete 100 and as 1,000 goal marker ya rani musa no betimi abaso ati amasi arosevia lectures ni nyina no ya tem benra after so she goals no and ani go area ya 940 career goals no would you team ahete no one first game I was Saudi Pro League no and na opposed to our ex no so and them betu as a first step take what has here ya real first step no one we say nyame aduma niama and so betima akwa ni nyina no ya don samade ba your Felix Akudano and the man of the match game and so akwa so enra yambara baso na tasenra unu ya man of the match na Akudano and ya tuda said the most important thing and it's a good start at Al Nassr evoboko na ni adeba kwa enu ehia pa sene wonu atimanya good start Al Nassr evoboko the most important thing and it's a team no so with the victory etimi aba amenra womu ebo modern keep clean sheet ani areba kwa wono so ani atimi atia wode wonsam ni nyina no afam na ba say Ronaldo aya smart because Ronaldo anya smarter edu ba bi na Nassr evoboko no na omu hia in a reinforcement wani mo ana unia pusi ya mo de Felix abaye na kudai say wani Ronaldo aduma wo mo ebo no me say partnership this year there say Nassr ewo ya can say Saudi Pro League ne de obia nyina ye because Ronaldo and Yakuda were Juma Umbaya, our league no Yadano Asiapa. So some Omobeko international break no Namia Duma September 14th Arafe, Womobasa return and Afe Omaba. Now Omobedu Omujuana Nyama and Swetima Kwekama de Ama Arnasa, Womboboko na later Sinino, Yadema here we go Yenrem, our transfers Nafian Firecra, and some nice Sasonafian in Koma, Mami Liverpool and Afe Sak and Komano, near said Nyama City and a reporter, Urban is a Liverpool, Womu Statesa improved offer, £130 million. Say, reporter second is a boy, Woma Omate, as a Quambiaso, Womu Etem and Esikai, and Afe add-ons and bonuses, a bear British record at the Afaboya, your friend said Alexander Isaka, your own Sempi Adeb and Jose reporter, Urban is a copy bear Sunday and Umre Ramande no, not player and some player at the Ama Liverpool, no British transfer record fee of £130 million. So more at them Alexander Isaka, Yadem and the Salata Sinino, at them Nabamami Chelsea defender, Axel Disasi, Nafe, Yeni and Comas reporter, Urban and the former club Monaco, Eboboko, Omayo Martinsa, one more person, Omosata Munia, Nafe Londo, Onoso Babanafe, Obaya Tumatimo reporter Banasa, Bournemouth, Eboboko, one more our interest, our player, I found Disasi, and Afe, Obenam Aston Villa Bobokono, woman in answer interest, woman says Monaco, and some 90 Masua, woman Ebetimia Bubanafe, woman for Boyina for Nobe Juma, and a reporter, and over Chelsea Tumuno, I say Omaton, Nafe Omato, woman who saw Moton, and Omoto, not reporter, and second say Disasi, Medino Sama Bencho, and Afe Tarek George Nom, and the Ryan Sterling, and Womua, woman and some Nakao, Datro Fofana, Ominano, players I heard him say, manager, and some Maresca, and Afe Tumuno, Oma Matris, Womu Ebeja, Womu Kai, and Womako, and no I report of Chelsea, and the Blue so much Deba Onsamno, Yatem Rob Betis, and Numre, and your owner, Omu, a issue statement of Anthony. Now, reporter Bani says, say, Woman Yababe to that say, Oma redraw, and the Womu offer, a woman take up Anthony. Now, saying, more redraw saying, and almost agreement, woman in Manchester United, and for Anthony, no agreement, and Yadia say, I got true. Nina Sesika, I said, Womu and some Edema Manchester United, and Yadia say, Omu Ebetimetrosicano, and Amaboyi, and after reporter, Ebani said, transfer fee, Manchester United, as a Womu and some Edu Betis for no, and Yadia say, Red Betis Savo, Womu some Omaya Redia, Ometima offer transfer fee, no, and to report about it, Oma redraw, Womu offer, and Comosene, Equambia, so many Manchester United, Equa agreement with Anthony, no, and now there's some agreement, you know, and some let me acquaint anymore. Reporter and say, of Enre Numre, Ebana, Omari Ababa Tuta, and say, Omuntimin Twason. And pursue Dono, and no I report him to Dono, and so I can call her the last minute to say they know, and so let me remnant for Bibiano, and so to make a camano, I report about West Ham United, Womu Erum Ewa Monaco, and non Ayerson go to Mangaza, Ayakoda, make us a Womu, I resequent Biafomo, my method day, not for method day, so about Oma Sinocra, I feel no a £15 million plus £3 million add-ons, and a boy. And so I say a day West Ham United, I know I some go to Magasa and the attendance some Ademana pay also do I Suda I will later singing ever now by a munchen Ebobokono woman Nicholas Jackson Omuguso as I say reporter ever and it's agreement you know and some anya room a loan and as a Londo and Homo assign with and a Chelsea Eboboko by a funny Nicholas Jackson €15 million a transfer fee and so total now reporter Evan said woman at the buy option SM and near €65 million and I say woman at some at I want something as Emma Enra and woman a booking flight at them Unia a reporter and said Amia Tuma and Unia Belande our Monique Nafe one answer every day at the Amaba Munchen a Boboko and your reporter and F1 Mateba later sitting Yatem about to Dortmund a branch Max Bayer a player at them Emma and the Dortmund Boboko no yes uwe said the City of Brentford woman to offer 45 million pounds and a day akọ ese ne Dortmund fon so me nanka enwo bedawa Max Bayer woman ebetimi atobo yi adena ba so ma reject 45 million pounds woman adekwa because the sika no is obia ton a woton de mu odro obia jema kese mu ento ma den 45 million pounds ne de anya de se ne Abrante Max Bayer wo me jemu na fe woro ansom na room e Brentford ya de awon sam ni nyina no afem e na no pe ma me Fermin Lopez ni ani nkomo Chelsea ni abre awo mu awese kwan bia so metu akudai na afi o mo de no aba na fancy catch say edu ba bi na akudai aka tra ene Barcelona empany for say nkomo ma wo kwan no ni Chelsea team no eni nkomo na ono se de ne se Chelsea beba be fa na sika ese Chelsea tiam ngadema Barcelona no Chelsea fund anasa Barca for when o man nyiri wo nsam den sem ya je 100 million pounds anabia 90 million pounds edu ono na krawe aso interest wo be movie because okache Barca say obeso ni Chelsea edi nkomo fancy e break edema enra na reporter naba say Fermin Lopez reporter ebani say o consultations akoso any atem na boy reporter ebani say the obese o stay and so our Barca no a reporter ben chaweya ni move to Chelsea ni diare masudi nyina no and say boy no on to me a movie and no as of enra na judesia ya don sam edema linyina no ya delators edeben boy and so the stay o Barca and your reporter by AC Milan woman rejected offer and no a loan offer and case say reporter Laban say bomb of loan offer and over the call for Alex Jimenez reporter Laban say almost say Alex and 17 million pounds and Tinadia say woman ever some into Milan eboboko no monso meeting across so ida senka boy woman be janu loan do amana kono loan offer a bomb of adekoya and no and some and the sika and komo yo margin say boy option to buy and 17 million pounds sanka boy bolon area nanka omo dia sem say gambia wono ensom ebetimi abo ejama team no with 17 million pounds omo zo da bi and they say no sa contract and as offer no womo ebeja to loan offer with option to buy 17 million pounds no and they say o ma reject and on Gazeta de la Sport and omo reporter news here ya dem the selector sitting no from Juve and now pay reporter and say womu akwako do and the RB Leipzig boboko no womu per striker I find say Loss Openda na reporter and say Loss Openda no one year na akudai about a ball when in bopa na reporter and say a few hours yewe any say transfer do ebekwa wie no reporter and say yasi omu the new contract say reporter and say Mama make new contractor when we are second bia so when we adebe room na afenuama and so etime kama new Juve and ya do mu later so na be dey say boy and so ebe room and say ne one we ebetime stay ni nyina no news I saying the coming hours no ya ready no ebetime free mo ade abenu ya dia ba Juve reporter man say right back at the man and Manchester United ya fano Nasser Mazoru a player me ka say one say omo we second bia so one we and rem na fe and you man so I come na fe manya player no amana be gini juma na fe nyoma and so I come na reporter Eban say attempt to sign a boy from Manchester United before some year Monday ebe do romantic komano and so ngadweche and no kakra rejuwe for no and so ngadaba later sinina afem amana no pe e so no so na Borussia Dortmund woman so say Abanche Fabian Silva reporter Eban say Dortmund team no woman and so sign Fabio Silva and your free Wolves eboboko nasika eto drum 25 million euros and more atem so atoboyi ade every team a friend Wolves ya don some ade benchano ayo Borussia Dortmund Fabio Silva and no ayo say player wo matono and ya don some no and so ade ba atem and the Dovbek a player make say was said no to team ya friend say full and report and say boy no and so better Melan boboko no eno I attempt of vec reporter eno ba filam bobo kon dia boy say enya dia so betimi abo eno e report from my table latest no yatem ba yadun somni nyina no enso atema na ro pe o so no so na udu brozola the Don Carlo Ancelotti atun inside for branch of Vitinho na reporter ben sakudai enso mwe said ne Vanderson e prior ya say reporter ben say Vitinho anafe no e ko replace Vanderson e don some no atem ma bra collab no enso fi Brazil atem ben latest a few atem ba mami $6 for the quarter niani nkoma say reporter everybody say when you completely and then don't know that transfer move no and your room I was Sevilla e bobo konjese stadium Ramon Sanchez page 1 I want to continue to ma a free transfer and $6 for the quarter and so much rema is a complete be say no ya say o ko dig bro na mi ma come no a reporter e phone ma dey ba later sinina no ya dem ma na no pay na udu Roma e bobo ko na wo mu akolaja woso na Jan Zikonski na omu awie no Zikonski a player atem team fan laja woso team no reporter na say Roma make say 6.5 million euros and wo dey assign player ya wo ma awie no ntese make say Zikonski a player wo ma awie no tendency ya ne ya dem bi ma way ayekwan na omu velino and ye bie and so dem na no pay e wo so no je so feel laja woso wo rem e wo Roma do something nyina no and so dem na no pay e wo so no so ne report ever Beno Oliver Kimson woman in Monaco a reach agreement reporter ngaba ne say Ben Sagre one player Ben o ma wie no na Ben transfer offer 35 million euros and a resale on clause esem and a reporter few adeba Beno Oliver Kimson wo me bobo ko ne dollar and so akotua woman in Monaco ya de won sama deba ya tese ne and aso trying boy you be fly now for no akko completing the dollar you doing some deba anra ama Simons ne do no and so ko true adama tonam ebobo ko no na say sa do way e dollar masa Chelsea foi natina wa ma say wo mo ne nam wa Chelsea for mo hadwe o player bia ene wo gina so bia o transfer yi mo na Chelsea atwe wo mo ti o ya kofa nie na boy yi enso ngabadu ya no owe ene unveiling na woman ya edema boye nie na adeba kwa mesra ne say o se Tottenham called and I answered woman friend am ji woman so say the running na go say so from ya mejo so enti the Tottenham player as say wa bay I friend say Simons say over 7 JC edem amatim ni unveiling ni say kenje kakra woman unveiling no messenger what if unveiling num and say they called and I answered na say Charles Manfrana Charles so bob pununum bomu boma entimi ansia gebetie kakra bi na fe atoaso no na capito anwo na osejeshi no yenyina yenim son juma obebo de ma team no na jeshi na 7 ya wo be sei anwo se jeshi 7 ne de nya hu kra onim history a jeshi ne number no ekuta de ma tonman eboboko no na do kanyina so no so betro ne story our club with just JC number 7.
At PSV, the year of PSV was the number that I had a really good season as well, and in the national team wearing number 7 as well. So for me, this was the best option for me. He made his own story with this number. I think he deserved it as well. The way people treat him in the club, but not only in the club, but the fans as well. They love him. Everyone loves Son, and hopefully I can make my own story with it. I know it's a big responsibility, but I'm ready to take it. So ready to make my own story. At PSV, the year of PSV.
Oh, any and some what the Atudane so say on Jason history Kutano also be boa na for ye bin na nuama kama Thomas Frank and your coach ade amantimu na Thomas and so the kakra to just say boy anya ba no so boy no aba be katimu na be boa pa wo mu hia ni style no e wo timu no so de be ya wo mu bo a wo mu bo ni dick season nuama e betimi akoyi wo ma ya de because player na ya tete nya tonam kana na nko ba Chelsea ni adia later and bedroom to many addition to the club.
Very excited, super excited about getting Xavi in. I think he's an exceptional good player, a great talent. Even for his young age, he's he's quite experienced. He tried a lot in different clubs, different countries. So it's definitely an experienced young man, but also with huge room for improvement. So he can go to even higher a level. So I like his ability to find space. I like his acceleration pass. His finishing his
manager Thomas Frank Akrote atu dwado nsam no enso edema nano pema yeni enkomo Chelsea kakra Facundo Bonanote one player say one so here we go you better nkase ne one so rem our Chelsea na don't know with loan mover you have an option to buy Chelsea for bet me rem na fenuama enso aya kama ni nyina no mo hwe so ma agree with Brighton na fe arrange Facundo Bonanote enso abe rem because say wo mu anya Simon says, woman the boy and some Banafenama, Etmaya Kama, Nasa say, Ganacho, so Sana City, Yatasa Ganacho, a completely Nimadica, our Chelsea, and no a reporter, young some like a manager. I found Enzo Marasca on Ganacho, and was Wahunu around, Wahunu Kobam war, Wanamwa, Ozomodinu Rada Wemu, Nomodina Ra, Wahuna around, no more baby or Sapad when maybe was say, no more bet me a confirm, sir, Ganacho, and so our Chelsea, woman council, I will know Dinani, I will remember baby was a party on him.
Today that Alejandro Garnacho is undergoing a medical here at the club. Can you confirm those reports and where do you see him fitting into your squad?
I know that he is around here. I don't know exactly where he is, but he's around here. And then he's a player that is quite clear his position. He's a winger, and I see him as a winger.
And it's also been reported that any more incomings that would happen in the next few days. It's been reported as well that any more.
I won't say the new Mexico and Chelsea ever make official announcement in Afi and Ganacho, and so a move no to Chelsea baby I know, and so a quack draw because I had then Yarasa game against Fulham your boy, and so a bit near Stadium then Yamaya Kama, and no a reporter back Palmer, and so manager and I confirm against Fulham your injury or Adama boy in Tinadia so bet me as kind I'm a Chelsea, a Boboko no manager Enzo Maresca, and you didn't say Peter Napoli, a Boboko no Shadrach reporter and say Manchester United Rasmus Højlund reporter and say can say per reporter. Evan says woman so trust a 5.2 million pounds loan fee. Womu Iron, Womu Sene, and Yamabet come and Nemum, San Napoli, a top player at the fee Manchester United. Na Omu qualified to Champions League. I don't know, Ebe Peja, I do 43.2 million pounds. Now for Womu and some Natinaje, and no, I don't some no, so initially Womu do around 5.2 million pounds. I know I report a few on my bar. Ya delators Enra Ruben Amorim Ekotreni Nafe Akodai Manchester United small kid Akranie na Kray Busa manager Asamana said a request of the manager was a Rasmus Højlund coach was say don't let the guy leave the club ma akudai and I said player MF club mo and so my kwana say player ya one who Manchester what digu e wani mo na kran so en Roma dollar or per manager na chosen kabaya manager me show me nua no ji autographs ni ade me de jama ben me request and say Rasmus Højlund manager manin Manchester United and outside Carrington and akudai and so then a request at my manager yate and a san later sitting and so atema nano pay na Ruben Amorim say edu baby obeso sisanyama our Manchester United of the two baby obeso sisanyama nemom edu baby na sisana sisa edu baby a players no kwabeka say me manager no on say that nyade nemom ora and a sixth time abebo Manchester United because say mo ayedin was say the idea our ball in a game and so and say and yes all ball every individual game or per system and a German club no was in the whole life the formation our ball 4-4-2 and assembly o timi reverte at the 4-3-3 and no air system or no aboning no or so benya in the adaptation our Manchester United will adapt to a different system and no ebetimi aboa ama Manchester ba o metimi wini yebetie Amorim on the life ni nyina no 4-4-2 and a 4-3-3 and wa ba ede ababedu anemom oresede ne ebe fit mayu na system aja omobo edu ba bia 3 back edu ba bia no tese aye bebre ni nyina no ohwe system ebe bo United Amorim ekasa
post Grimsby has been about formations and systems, and on Wednesday you said it's not about formations and systems. That's not important. If it's not flexible, and whoever ever consider, if things got worse, of changing and adapting?
Guys, if I feel that is better, I know I played in all my life in the 4-4-4. The only system that I didn't play 1 minute, 3-4-3. So I know all the, and I try. I'm just have one idea that we need to be so good this way of playing. Then we are going to adapt. It's like some coaches has a mentality that I'm going to be system and then I'm going to change. What I'm thinking is that we have one system that is going to adapt to different systems, and then when everyone is doing this with his eyes shut, I'm going to change a lot of things. You cannot tell me that we are always with 5 defenders. You cannot tell me that we are always with 4 defenders. You cannot tell me that we are always with 3 defenders. I'm just trying to coach my players with the idea that I have, and I said that many times. This is the fun part. If he's doing just to win, I was not here. They ask me before I have here, can you play in this system? I will say I will do my system no matter what.
Dia to just say I'm fasi ampamo ebi say onya de team no kra no and kan fa coach from na ya juma fama manu na your international break the ba manu for ujiri so memo ato so aya juma no so ni adi idea and so fa asaba mu bisa no aro morim no ye ntie ne coach say oni idea bi oni bibia ka and so ade fa ho okasa ye ntie no
after the international break.
I don't know what is going to happen. That is my idea, but I'm not going to promise you nothing. what is going to be the future? But I'm manager of the Manchester United, and I think that is not going to change.
Rich, sorry, I remember during pre-season you said you wouldn't let your ego get in the way of allowing you to quit. So has something changed?
No, I didn't say that. You were there. I didn't say that. I said that sometimes there is an ego thing. I don't say that I will put my ego to a part or in front. You were there, and you understand. Guys, I'm being honest with you. Sometimes I'm so frustrated with the team that I have I think in one thing, and then I return to my normal behavior. So I will not promise you nothing. I will live this day by day. So I'm tired of saying that I'm not going to behave like this or that. I'm going to be myself, and I have a lot of passion, and I want to succeed more than anyone.
Morum no da Eduba bi omuzan say question no no okasa no Eduba bi obeso tena Manchester for 20 years Eduba bi obeso okwete ni na no ensama Ruben Amorum day 2 dwate onsam no enough for Amorum yan troso na fe yeni enkomo Liverpool evoboko no say German second say Andy Rodmanson say oba behwe say ne deputy captain Ediama Van Dijk say be ya woro enso betimi akekere Van Dijk ni wa obeya adwuma no appointment modem about latest ni nyina no ya de Bayern Liverpool wo mu game no be baso na a big game ya be se betumi abaso nyame adoma o kina anu ya 3:30 and wo mu Arsenal our Anfield wo eno baso na obama me Mohamed Salah and ya tuda say we in the season I started England Premiership year was Arsenal afi o ma fe edumra ese wo mu League no o tepe omu ya number 1 eso League this season Obekas Arsenal and a favorite to win the league here Mohamed Salah on the Premier League title this season. Arsenal a favorite.
Today and also in a BFA award I said like they are the favorite because they have a team play together for 5-6 years, so they understand each other game, and they had a manager also with the team for 5-6 years, so when the team is stuck together for that long, they know each other game, so it becomes easier for them. But other team like us and City changing a lot of players, which is sometimes tricky. But again, like team with Pep Guardiola, they always a favor. But of course, my opinion this year is Arsenal number 1.
Any and somehow they are to or a player. I friend Mohamed Salah and I just answer pressure. I know them asna and I say no cran work and was through mo and I say GDS said work and some no crano Mohamed Salah and some of Diaba Mikel Arteta and the Atuda say better cheers a gama Basono or Resen Yama Kama na better cheers our unfold or GDS a cry ebetime bibi bay and a better cheers ebetime I say or GDS immediate impact obetima ma bibi foforo bia sikra ama yahunu foforo sonko ewo game and obebaso yentie Arteta on a berechi say our unfold game baso okasai.
Yes, I think you heard and he's played there many times, and I think he's the type of player that loves those scenarios and moments.
Yeah, and do you think that he's ready to sort of leading role in the team, which I think it's going to take him a bit of time?
I think the moment he starts to play, we will see, and what connections with flourish from his interventions and the league in adapting, or we adapting to his quality.
From my bana utie some of the to Dano Chechimo our boy no so impata obenya our game and me adoma no bus watch na letters in no ya de babuka saka or to das in a few weeks no I had a boy and swing to me morning hamstring ka one when hamstring no I had injury boy in a few weeks no as na be ball with that bukayo saka and so I am some of the to drag I want something no the man no play our show no so na unim sa pep and so say report and second say on Rodri Ediano say obetimi aste I was sitting wa continue on the rehab and I say oberem I was Spain national team no and what did to that on there do obetimi aka say so almost select na say onkwa woni bibia so e ka do no and so I was as a manager so obetimi protect and the player friend say Rodri and we some what them to do ni na no ya dey I want some ade amount I was so so come mine and so report man say I say wako akokatre Manchester and putting funny say wanu nyaya and kase omo and so amanu call na fe what in any chebe before from Manchester United manager I friend say Ruben Amorim Diatuda as a boy and stay kabaya and kakobe minu and stay na on fight for the position na mo makodano so adno wan say mia manager ya sama wakan embia na one stand by the west na fe unu ya be stay na etina bench ade etina bra warm up 2 minutes na fe 5 minutes bi I had just a boy agidi sabe haninti as a reporter nobody say wanya akoka temperin for say ka chance bi wo the last 48 hours and as a final 48 hours a day no as you rem na and the team bia kwa so interest one also akobenya bia bono enka omu man nko nebo man for no ayo ma twen so munya boya wo mo enso mbe keeping no report for no ma later sin nyina no yate ema na no pe o so no so na unim some Milan eboboko no woman so nya paper omo consider as womu arrest ne Joe Gomez womu ebesan instead of Manuela Kanji and we reporter from Milan and so adebo mu kusua womu arrest meeting say koso na mi aduma free ne and so anopa awie and kopima nyumra Sunday watna eremo Monday de na Milan for na usambia Joe Gomez no womu nsa betimi aka na asambia womu santimi kan reporter and so abadu something no of Diego Carlos Simeone a manager of the Atletico Eboboko de said or the Taria now why emutimi ya day of amauni manager eruba bia utimi say enye kra na nyina no and so and the team our day erem na fani game or said Deportivo Alaves game and no e baso do betimi akona fe wakwakoye adwuma simple and so no one squad no to the South Academy to so the ama news radio and Alex Baina and after branch Jimenez no womu emienu I still out womu ntimi make to game and no baso and your report few dem basa later sinina no ya dem anra ewo ya can say Spotify come new ye bera ho na ya di enkomo enye utimi sampani for ekoteki ene video recording our Spotify come new na manager ni wala report and ye manager ni ajerenra uniana ene otna forward as all to no our picture so so mezanini so ade no ene de ore anim say boss abetimi ehia kan our Spotify come new no ade say betimi abam ade ama president ye fani say wala porta our presidente ana wo hwe na chese ne wono ensom digro e wo pitch no so ya de awonsam ni nyina no ave man na anope so no so na boss Runi Borgi reporter Eban says a reporter and second and it's a boy actually with the first team awomu has a day coach your phone hands a flick at the atuja as a boy omu ebetimi ashe na oma register said a boya and your man so ebetimi akokama and no a reporter bench reporter Eban say boy actually womu area nimu kwase kwabia so wo metimi register no omu ranimu as a bibia betimi akoye na for begiram after ama boss no a Runi Borgi and your tenants have no as a Mame Govie reporter and say Govie injury no say na ya 179 no a nifano kotojano and a problem and so them na wasai akwakoka ni 9 pm is a reporter and say Sunday match against Real Vallecano and ya so unia ebetimi abo na reporter and say no man for Casemia injury no very serious ebema boy ya tenafiache number reporter and circle from Barcelona and say and said nye serious and the injury the name no a Real Vallecano game no and now so ebetimi amese I don't some dem near Gavi nan some dem nano play I so Barcelona Anra anya say Azerbaijan one more player I fan Ibrahim Babayev akodawe obobo papa we mafoda one more assign no edem and free and the 70 FC na akodawe ebain any team no and so ebe training ya ewo Barca omo juvenile B was several weeks near and no omo abe training 17 years and Azerbaijan ni I fan say Ibrahim Babayev for no and so Eddie na say ya say ono so betimi ababe bona juma no officially was on the contract today ama Barca wo mo eboboko na reporter and no Luis Enrique I manager the PSG eboboko Champions League draw I buy no e komade bebre akoso na manager Eddie Atuda say facing Barcelona a positive and negative feeling at the same time feeling near bam and onya Adam Atuda now say said ye ne wono etini juma adema Barca na fe o se be sha Barca I say feeling no positively and as a positive as a negative dema wono the manager and work nyina no and so and it's a feeling no a very complicated no game no a very tough game ama Barca and after PSG womu ebobo kone reporter and on from Madeba later sitting no ya de emane e wo so no so na wonim say Madrid bobo kono womu last 10 games womu bo e wo ne omune mayo team afan say Maroka every abani no ma winning 8 I draw 1 I lose 1 and the same game we no I say Mbia Madrid ebetimi afa ne la e wo game and no e baso me to say Kamavinga and so I recover I want so I rese kwa bia so and you man so betimi aye kama I dem I want some no adema Kamavinga and ye Franco Mastantuano reporter me say can say boy ebetimi start your attack when Vini and afem Mbappe womu and yet you monka why do some no Banti or lineup womu RS wometumi dia ba Thibaut Courtois ebebo adam ade amantim no yate Militao ewatre Dean Heisen and some ebebo Cavaja ebejam anafe Abranche Carreras ewatre o FIFA chomani ebejam Fedi Valverde Adagula ebebo Franco Mastantuano and so bejamo ubenya Vini Junior anafe Mbappe womu anabo animo de amantim efense Madrid yafem the Salek nyina no ade aba Viero eboboko no reporter ban say Tani Oluwaseyi a player amika say Minnesota United womu awie Tani Oluwaseyi amika say 7 million and yet say womu ade sign boy SI contract until 2030 and I reported for Madeba Lakers no yafem ngaba Crystal Palace and so reporter ban say womu so anya say Abranche Yeremi Pino ono and so Madja Viero eboboko Fino 30 million euros and no and so Monsieur Boy ebe Jackson number 10 and no and I saw that project a day ama I was shown so actually or say Jackson number 10 obetimi asena for day adini juma ayadem ne lectures ni nyina no efe ema na no pe o show no so na England woman squad no and so eba enra na manager I fed Thomas Tuchel we manager no a squad of Freya now replace woman antimi and Roma 1 I Trent Alexander-Arnold one bo edema Madrid boboko no na manager I fed Thomas Tuchel at the same kakra to that dientia boy and so antimi and ya call for squad one and so manager no at in churchemu kakra and so at the bawa explaining and the reason no and so antimi and Fred Boya ya fed Trent Alexander-Arnold no what the kakra to the better manager I fed Thomas Tuchel kakra one attitude later sitting no ya don't some the manager voice radio ya don't some the squad no and what they atoso no nemo radio ya don't come no about Trent Alexander-Arnold no and so the bana fia to so at the amano said no ma ebesia konyo no nko a we say players no dia wodo be brave and when man call you nemo no was take the reason and it dientia no and man for Trent and squad no na ora in the squad no so a obewu in the abranche feno Elliot Mefoda Anderson Elliot Anderson anafe Adam Watson womu ewomu na say omusa ne sankudai eno so nkudai de opemoja foforo opemoja monom no squad na nti ana make sure say young boys womu so ebo mo modin to na ofra womu a ebetimi abapa yebetie kakra ono attitude ani nyina no away mi did say away Elliot de no okay Elliot Anderson and Adam Watson de nti kakra na ento aso Thomas Tuchel kakra etuda.
Both of their talent. There is no doubts that I'm a big fan of Trent and of Jack, of both of their talent and of their personalities. They are big players. They will always be big players, and they will always be in the mix to be called up. I know that both of them are desperate to come back, which is really important. But for this camp, we decided on Trent's position for Reece and for Tino Livramento, simply out of competition. Reece is, I think, on this position slightly ahead at the moment due how he ended and how he played for us in the camp. World Cup is a key player for Chelsea at the moment and did excellent for us. And the second place for this camp goes to Tino, and these are the decisions. So there had to be some difficult calls. These were some difficult calls for me, and we wanted to do it because we wanted a tighter squad and we wanted more competition.
And I think I create to Thomas Tuchel no I will be na explanation of Fabrantia your friend say Elliot Anderson and Adam Watson no more explanation our day etuda and it's a boy he deserve as we so in a call up no e can be an amon so afre modema we mo born national team there enya mi wodi and amena mabache e di oba ni ye abo e di amana club or form and your friend no Elliot our former as your friend no yentie kakra and also ode etudwa no Thomas Tuchel kakra o kan edifa no MC radio ya beto aso na fe adi enkomo Shadrack enko ene yanim na fe ani enkomo mame Fatawi Shaku na yani enkomo Fatawi Shaku nie enra na enyeze kra Fatawi Shaku akonawe ofo ona je man of the match Leicester City omu game omu bahego no omu ne bami am sha kwanya ofa so a play massa Black Stars of Ghana Black Stars na me eya doma me jirisem Ghana ne Mali and charge na dia won call up nemom your games you be born our World Cup qualifiers no meaning say Fatawo be born Ghana pa because say akra no ni short our ball feature na no den enra ono enya go at the Emma Leicester eboboko na senya man of the match our game no across so Fatawo Shaku and you didn't send me to the Fatawo and so after some game no pan away or in some kakram to draw ball and any team doctors na ba so pry and our wakotne fiache and wasa ba that doctors I say or then the team penny phone na say and you may come wasa fan form of the Leicester yentie Fatawo Shaku kakra or the tuda akra no kakra de atuda Fatawo Shaku and I also say Black Stars players no more perform enra River Jordan are you and so bibia kama onye unianso bokaka ono so eye adwuma afem ama team no River Jordan Black Stars and so players no mo bon ewo Europe anyama kama bibia daye afem moment onsam no afeba AC Milan enra womani leche boy Milan for we need 2 where first game awomo and so aba womo nyomu win of the season Milan bobo konia dem and some Peter ba Rubin love to chicken rawono and a man of the match and some pino and so Mateba Milan bobo kono mo bo and yama kama Milan and so has Christopher Nkunku from Chelsea womo ebenyano permanent transfer na fenuma and so I come and no I telephone at the air by a din 70 pino at the Jason number 18 and so betina day and 70p and then no I later sir if you my day but now report I'm in second and it's Nick Voldemort a player because they were joining Newcastle United and no a reporter but record no 85 million euros and no a club transfer record and what they I don't some no a deba from Stuttgart I don't something you know and no pay I was shown us no a later say few but later you know ya dem about the former international fair ya di and come na bibia kama PSG one come against Toulouse Bobo Kono Metis Kvaratskhelia and so I return at the Ama club no I was send you my back come and name Arantia Sani Mayulu and you're part of the team and no due to injury now just say Mayulu ekatimu nemo Donnarumma and have a personal Kimpembe woman and so I part of the team ya de awon sam no kakra at the social letters no ya them babia fortness na fe ya tenase na ya tin komo na say Jose Mourinho ya pa Mourinho say Mourinho so ne sam no akoso na ubama me ne Darren Bent and have Andy Gostin woman komo na ba Jose Mourinho woman cheche mu dentia Mourinho ya pa no Mourinho our Tottenham before cup final na ya pa Mourinho just say Mourinho no ne pam na du ba bia na utimi ze hade na yebetiem Andy Gostin and Darren Bent woman komo about Jose Mourinho sack yente kakra na Mourinho no ankasa so akansem bi yeba yebesa betie na afi ya to asom ade ama enano pe
go why he was sacked before that League Cup final.
Do I know? Not only what I've heard from
talking to people behind the scenes.
No, who can not from the horse's mouth, but you hear of it, financial decision,
that's
things like that.
Heard,
yeah,
right?
that's what I've heard. Like, you know, you don't know how true that is, but it would when something so strange as to sack the manager before a cup final happens, it has to be quite a sort of a strange reason like that. Yeah. And finances would maybe have dictated it because you want especially Jose Mourinho in a cup final.
If he's got a deal where in his deal it says that if you bring silverware and you'll get this much money, they've got that in place because they want him to win silverware. So if it gets you to the final, why would you? I don't. Yeah, I mean, don't again, that. If that is part of it, we don't know.
I've got to put an asterisk on it. I don't know if it's true, and it's just a strange thing. But anyway.
Kabana Joseph so echo cancer be as I say man for say Mourinho no kra no say man you be pana e be possible ana Mourinho e wo Fenerbahce utimi say o ye famous interview bia we interview bia and so refida o say musa say from Fenerbahce no be movie o say op club e wo premiership no ma o mu da form table no so na unyasa club na after Fenerbahce ho ana obeko ni nyina no oto jobs e ma Manchester United ma say Mayu su ya coach enti Mayu e friend obeko and ansem ya wakai betimi abase chance kraba e be den so be rentie no na abiyafo enremai.
The best thing I have to do is when I leave Fenerbahce I go to a club that doesn't play UEFA competitions. So if any club in England from the bottom of the table needs a coach in 2 years, I'm ready to go. And I don't want to say anything more about it. The best thing I have to do is when I leave Fenerbahce, I go to a club that doesn't play UEFA competitions. So if any club in England from the bottom of the table needs a coach in 2 years, I'm ready to go.
Yes, about 2 years there. Man, you ever banana fee? I said, and Yama, ABC Accordi, a lineup no Chelsea ni Fulham no, no pay, Muna, ball, early kickoff no, in the Chelsea team no. Ball and was Stamford Bridge and anupe na enye easy cry rese nyoma ebe kama Robert Sanchez ana edem ede amatim no and anupe Malo Gusto ejinamu obenya Trevor Chalobah awo no ball tossing adara bio ejinamu Marco Kurela ebe ball Moises Caicedo enso ejinamu Enzo Fernandez ball William Estivao Bobby obenya branch Pedro awo no ball Pedro Neto ejinamu na afi abranche friend say Dalap and so body a moment way a team no said Nyama AC etie early kickoff and pay 11:30 na baso new morning
couple BBI cool BBI bokopa new lineup na abano
yes
yeah but just say early kickoff
no pay 11
na one of lineup na ansi so na ka ultimate community because ukonya Chelsea kwa de bana fuam de na ma o je formation na
akoye bibio
and say fuam de na abada
yes nti eni abrantie Ben Leno ana edemdi amumu obenya Calvin Bassey awono so Bobby abrantie fene Joachim Anderson and so ball Kenny so ejinamu ana obenya Ren Sasson so Bobby ewo mfifi ana afi obenya abrantie Sasa Lukic and so ejamu Sander Berge Bobby abranche fani say Timothy Gaston and so ebo Alex Ewebi ejamu obenya Joshua Ken awono so Bobby Rodrigo Muniz lead attack edi amomo 3-4-2-1 and a coach no de ebo ama Fulham and there was Stamford Bridge then as I game with the Chelsea beshe Chelsea beshe game
and Saturday your was so tight a year near deal with China all the pressure like to Chelsea for so it's an open game
so much Mizaba Korea that's why I'm ready say we can be a bar now umpe
David okay Matthias what to say what the hodin da yana nya ba na abono wo ba abono on the hodin
okay
but say what the hodin a won ma the cross
I don't know tell me ma obi a wa pem ya che
oh na ma chiro
da bi o asa wo tell me ma obi a wa pem ya che
oh ya don ope wo
so ono Capo no watetamia ano papa mi do adwuma mu ase ya ana me sasa so ono so the first person bi a de bia so be pie adwuma mu ase gidi kan sha
se ba ni etinza oba de bia etinza akoya miza David
to say what the crow
no
mi ko to say what the hodin
miza de tam nko kra
abamo no
wo matam nko miza de tam nko
yanko no and I make two coaches for them. No, a couple players too.
Good.
Now players no Jackson, Xavi Simons.
Okay.
Or Spurs.
Yeah.
Capo coaches too. Ne dia na MBA kakra. Ba ko ye akra or me can say a rookie coach. A rookie coach afina oba. Onya NG bia me can early stage no. Me can Amorim wasem. Amorim stories there. More lecturers bi o ho. Said you almost ya after me one you Amorim ho no. And I'm catch say. And you want yeah, me omo fama because na your stories. Oh yeah, no say bebu sa me say na. Oh dey ka. Efa ho. Na nyamia.
Okay.
They love Manchester United and oh kayana e helmo kakra.
Yeah.
Capo ma me hwe Amorim dia na nra na o ka asem bi wo ha. Na na sem no emi hu pa me pese me reading no how wo kan no.
Okay.
What will you say? But before that, my Sunday we be my Amorim the voice no. I say it would be to one and I say oh
yeah.
Oh I know you do a chief for catch us a couple. It would be our name say me sha konfu. But it would be say my junior me say me 100 years. E mo die he pa na woni trim. Ti Amorim
die was me sha konfu no die ringem anu na ehu.
What say Capo me to ani turu be me say me sha konfu.
Na
me free as a cry uncle.
To the also as a min try as in check.
It will be so much say me 100 years. Capo who dey la be treating with seriousness.
You also want to confirm and they very serious.
Ti Amorim we
Okay.
Yenti Amorim ketewa bi na yanko kansa.
Sometimes I love to be with my players. Sometimes I don't want to be with him. So again, I need to improve on that. It's going to be hard, but now I'm focused. Sometimes I want to quit. Sometimes I want to be here for 20 years. Sometimes I love to be with my players. Sometimes I don't want to be with him. So again, I need to improve on that. It's going to be hard.
Sometimes 20
years.
But after we know, now we know the guy wants to leave. But after we know, assembly or kind Capo. After Grimm's game the Barcelona. Amorim say, we change your system no, and no reply say change the system. I've played my whole life in a 4-4-2 or 4-3-3. The only system I have never played in a single game is the 3-4-3.
Yeah.
And no Obono Manchester United no. Making can dey kwase, but Jinahana has say so. I say the only system I have never played in a single game is a 3-4-3. We need to be very good at playing this way, then we will adapt. What I think is that we have a system that will adapt to different systems. And then when everyone can do it with their eyes closed, I will change a lot of things. We don't much say.
Okay.
You can't tell me we always play with 5 defenders. You can't tell me we always play with 4 defenders. You can't tell me we always play with 3 defenders. I am just trying to coach my players with my ideas. I said this before I arrived that I will use this system no matter what. If that suits you, then great. If then in the future I might change. So I put together into the bro for I might wake up one morning and think it's better to change. So I will change immediately. I just want to win. So it's not about the system. Did we lose to Grimsby because of the system? In the first half, I didn't even know the team's system, and I was 3-2. And yet after game, no more Rebecca say first half, no Manchester United team no did that. Tokrono soso.
Yeah.
One Capo.
Yeah.
So Tokrono soso. Team no more. Is it not related to the system? What is the system?
No, now she says system.
And I failed in this one. And you know more, you know, come on, no do dressing with your more, you know.
Yeah.
And your friend system, no. Yet a studio high a system. Camera guy no jinawachi.
Yeah.
If you phone huno, ba mimi huno. Studio director jina ya your call ni ya position hu ye. Sound or ha. New your mic ni. It's a whole system. It has to
put
function
it together.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 unit. I'm gonna piako outside.
Mo. It is a sound on it. Na me mako jira ni mo. Wontumi sound on it. And now studio director na ko jira ni mo.
Why was there complaining? Now we are part of the system now. As all show me a solving. Why was there complaining? It's a phone the message back Facebook system ninya sound ninya yes when can solve my woman yes I didn't know any
no can person jai
almost some the crowd
and we be no you know now all the starting a seminar was so no or starting say young coach said the member starting obo 4-4-2 obo 4-3-3 na the obo Manchester United no obo bi woni wi ase da
wow
na wo ye MC e wo komase obi age wadi o times a wo use so a e be ma wo ye MC obi age wo so no Capo Yankopon ya wadom na chema Wontumi be ware na akofa wo MC Sebra na akofa atade a won sheda atade a wo ye pam ye no ye susu kra na ye pam ye now could just say Manchester is a big club. Now be over try formation or say the over 3-4-3 no. Oh
yeah.
The only system I have never played in a single minute is the 3-4-3. Hey, one a young coach. 2 club na so and 3 expectation is huge.
Yeah.
Yet sa platform no so na wo dey try and error. asemenya fe no oba na make kan Capo e yo no na after this no o chichi mu kire say me kra hada mo ha me no we do kra me mo ba bia da o na me wi asem na me nyina me for 3 me for 4 mo mama botre na me so instead say ko be implementing ba bi be tried and tested no so ni say o ko presbia na o ko presbia kwa fo na mo to nyuma ye o de no enya dana na mo to nyum no wo fie Tuesday Wednesday no mo kwa soro ko mo kro twini num krum because one person papa
rehearsals and sound on my bass.
I'm always at 3-4 rehearsals or more but be at that Manchester and the first place Albo Capo me already know my share my opinion but nam person me dey ensem you no wana kan e dey be back dey me dwene
okay
because ade ma me ho sa mo be yi na di too osaso ye we very osoma dwuma na dey ahye ne nsa ne say me coach as head coach of Division 2 but me drew premier na coach senior coaches na kasa especially first half a board draw na coach na ni brea Capo ya na dress me person okota ha no ankona okay
pressure
every level our there ediba now Amorim is not here but the club thought say the wire kakra sporting no obetimi aba be bi Manchester United but nen common ne the okekeke die ochina what is after Jose after Ole say Amorim no to aso a e ma ne nyomo na woni Manchester United e bia na odi club na chi 5-6 years Manchester United me I'm telling you Manchester United but bia ka be Real Madrid bia say ka bo Manchester wo
okay
they are not a club on my identity so ba brabe hwe so na ya bio they are mainly made for results now the performance na to so Manchester say your identity at the cry you say a big club every resource on kwa Madrid they on power identity ade ba ho nkuru wana ode beba no Zidane by identity bay he won 3 Champions League titles for Madrid and they love him so Capo Amorim there but the name is so but away from Amorim now the next coach no me we have a couple players and so
okay
Jose Mourinho there no na Capo so him said diminishing returns football mu diminishing returns in the economics for the Brafo but so the bad football more you kind of diminishing returns you kind of plateau
okay
football you kasa no you friend plateau
okay
na plateau no you saw no more catch say onu valley is a between two rocks and mountainous where river flows through near kana directional control plateau ye bepo hia na beka na pampam flatter eno anya bepo eno anya amena
okay na geography for no
so one ba bia Jose was starting I feel some graph bi am de ma Shadrack
okay
and a mama no definition of plateau no sorry diminishing returns how convert on for me no we into amame
okay
now on for Jose Mourinho the transfer market na me de man no so Capo hwade bi o ha say o say nika yamade the ode begum no ne pie input and output so adwuma na wo ye no wo hwa ase ha say e ya ode gum the output no na e won finfin ase e froko no na e froko na no wo say kudru so na apiki piki wi na asini trase na asini trase a baba bedru ba bia input no wo no odi hwa ade ba bia ro no ba no na hwa se ha ya chiro total input do odi gum no enti ade na akwa no kwa sa baba bia odi gum no let's just Capo do odi gum no fa results bia ensa family obiem eno na ye mame mo odofuo no wa asase we so afia the next year na obedo farming season no just o change asase no
asase no
wan che we krase
oh yeah no crazy
this one you know why because a hono bibia ni ho bieu just of course asase for us to allow this land
nduno munya asase akakrakaka ka utimi do akonechi
follow period no agree so you agree just so the audition na fa hwema na offer Jose transfer history in Fambra baby o start here any baby o do se sie no any baby o start ne bobo so okay so check here Barcelona assistant Benfica manager Leria manager Porto manager Chelsea manager ti you say Chelsea no from Porto to Chelsea no we do no pompon so Chelsea Inter Milan Madrid Chelsea Manchester United look at these clubs akese fonch baby ya kase we do apu no bunumu oh then right after Manchester and also see Tottenham Hotspur Rome and Fenerbahce what they to Porto Leria and Benfica ho a ye pe Now the next thing is after Fenerbahce he found Jose Oko. Now enkomone baby a sudden make kakra no ye picture bia me site yes somewhere 1997. Capo, yeah, you picture and throw.
Okay.
Memories are very important.
Wow.
Jose Jiraha, Pep Guardiola Jiraha, Luis Enrique Jiraha. Sakro from here saying now about the Champions League. Now show we know some 4. Do a twaso no, a twaso 4-4 no. Or Busquets papa.
Oh, okay.
Bona ya dia na bo goalkeepers edo mo na pass on the start ya dia ni nyina. Mano no ya mo twaso ba no. Busquets papa, adwuma Audima Barcelona no 9 years na club no. It also Ukraine gloves.
Gloves, yeah.
On work on. Now Osha Enrique and left and the boot and a shiny motor woman. Jose and boot or gloves. You know why? Because Jose no ya translator at that time. Okay, Portuguese, okay, Spanish, okay, we no see a brofone dada. It's no key members of the squad, you know. Was it Jose no intelligent guy? I'm training. I'm free. I'm apartment. I'm training. Oh, and some you know because on no more be. And on no keeper back. Enrique boot in the crown, no Pep boot in the crown, no and a Busquets papa crown and glass of walk. Now Jose Abon homogeneous are two that can honor and match anything they did in football, even as an average player. Now Luis Enrique born or boy any day. Pep Guardiola more do have born more there. Enrique was a super player. But Jose no any player. But Jose aba ma de ankrofo ye bia oye bi. De ankrofo me no ye bia oye bi.
No ma be che.
The only thing a relevance of the recent days are here discussing. Obia perfect top coaches me say we say. Obi bobo Enrique. No bobo Pep ka ho. But more Jose CCA. And then mama dwene ho say Jose Mourinho diminishing returns of football mama kind of plateau. Was I seen a chiana? Diminishing returns in coaching refers to a point where additional coaching effort produces progressively smaller improvements in a client's performance or goals. For beginners, even minimal coaching can yield significant progress. But as a client becomes more advanced, the same coaching methods result in a less impactful gains, leading to plateaus and requiring more sophisticated approaches to stimulate further adaptation. I say, so Baba do sa breya. The adwuma wonimu a ebema wo ye champion Jose Mourinho no sa method krona wo ye adwuma bibia fama no. E be do sa breya. Just a wa wo tenachi. Na wo method na wo de ye adwuma no. Wo sesese bi de dane wo ntoma no. Na wa sa ba back. Se me metiase ya madwene kire me say, aha na ya na Pep. Also a friend sabbatical no a.
No, also.
Okota ho wa ya no aba no. So at this point, Jose Mourinho was reaching a low point in terms of the coaching job. Now, Capo, one beautiful thing about this game, in say.
Yes, I'm saying Jose na every only ofi Turkey, Istanbul airports and
I'm not this kind of man no work on. That's what you feel checking for.
Already later, it's
what's my lawyer no?
Unia na T airport. Unia na or share bibi one of us. Then we can watch check you.
Momo na I'm vibrating.
Jose.
But Capo, the question goes to everybody. Has the guy gotten to the low point? But in my opinion, coaching any retirement age. Just a while, because of what Jai now,
yeah.
Just coaching any retirement age. Just a while, because of what Jai. But your importance has to match the demands now. Fans and supporters, Jose bit to me and I want to me. Now that's some now kind of ABR is Manchester so. Some ko England na masako coach dachi club da for moi embo we and say ni some no say Manchester but media say baby am team to Joseph enye yi on te kra but
that's why she
you know but Capo kakra person can say ma onko baby a spotlight no
ebe tono so
impo mini no a sabi kam ko Argentina ho baby atena agema ho me be 1 year na ma hwe game bia
ono so be pen sade ono so dey be opese ye hu.
He loves pressure. But look at the trajectory and how our ass are sloppy. Spurs, AS Roma, Fenerbahce omunyina sack.
So Northern Forest for nos numbers on pam mo coach no sa akwa no Maranaki so se wa wani Nuno Espirito Santo. President no person Pam Chama coach Nanka. And to that Busam Bruno say ya tise. Not now for nyawo mo pe. Unya how be call. Now you fancy them say Tuesday no say Wednesday no break his story no. I know so one day for now no high no any jumani ade. Hwan komodidi be ai den. Akoso.
Joseph fast pacer. Sorry.
Not now Forest yeah.
Omodo madwene bebusa onko gi premiership no. Sa no be sa mark Jose.
There also pressure no be sa akosro.
I'm telling you Capo. Look. One baby I started radio out dey koi. Say yame ya adom no bibie bi nne na station ni nya hwe kura na okofa obi a expect so de beba
kes
abedu ba bi na wo no
yeah
eno na ye colleagues ni bebre ya no akọ station bi
yeah
because challenge no you love
of course
but kwa na akọ kase ho na super fans and listeners na we dey akọ ha na akọ yira ya o to be
yeah
Joseph Oko Forest ne the measurement no ya stick no be yesoro ho de no oni pepe bebo a statistics ya na akofa ba oni club and slot whoever media can free club football craft na no compare national team football he always has been saying he loves Africa Africa no come be Nigeria bi
oh nanka Morino na blasters there
okay
and you are
that's all for no interest na wow. But Yakakra, he's at the lowest part of his career.
Okay,
he has to come back.
Good.
Me pay one dimension. Me pay one pattern. It's me pe Jose without the ball, and I'm a Pep with the ball. And I love the guy to stay at the top, away from coaching. You know, Xavi Simons assign it.
Okay,
for space. A good move for the player, a good move for every party involved. Daniel Levy built a new stadium and felt say when he new squad are betting their fighting about beji trophies be and they about betting canoa or ball new stadium now.
Yeah.
Omo pay easy Arsenal for Babe Fanico. Then no matter for Xavi Simons in aba. Xavi Simons born a obono. A friend what do club wa and then a soya pay. Oji tumisa.
Yeah.
A friend I do club wa and then a soya pay. Basa for no. Look at the competition and war. Oh, ya graduate to crab senior team no crowd. So when you be a boy as easy. And we of course you don't first player be Johnny break gas mun Johnny Daniel Mo Piqué lot of players Johnny ko. The crab bano. So Xavi also left. All kono and we call PSG. Now I call PSG dadano. Oko PSG anakata for this kabai. Oko to Mbappe money. Oni Messi mun nyina bobo boy. I mean, the position ya boy. Otimi bought 10. Utimi bought 7 and 11. Mbappe no timi bought 10, no timi bought LED line no. 7 and 11 Mbappe mu djuma name am ho no na Messi. E be day. And no call RB Leipzig. But the secret code is here. RB Leipzig a developmental club. E baby etete no matter. Yeah, trophy but that's fine. Trophy am pressure here so.
Sure.
But for them to go for a player as the highest ever paid player no. It's a be trying the quality I know they call. I'm going to turn 50 from Paris Saint-Germain for now. I'm activating just January 8th. Now 50 no yeah wholesome no. More add-ons I bet me accumulated to 30 million euros. Ebe so man fini na 88. We so RB Leipzig now tete ton Capo. Look at the amount of money all coughing out.
Yeah.
And they can for another player Ednaba. Means they saw some huge potential in this guy. Wakoko edi obetimi die nyina looking at Spurs squad no enye squad na ho be kire na nsa na owuram whether 4-3-3 4-2-3-1 odi ebo papi sa na fa Bentancur eto ne nchen that double pivot no Xavi Simons betimi ejiro mani mpe Kudus beda ha
yeah
odi esa ball close Bentancur na fa Palina ka ho o mani Xavi betimi abo na oboboa Kudus pa
na rivalry
quality team obia can get the best out of you once a basa gu ye no ekaka Messi no obre
yeah
utimi twetwe no de Dembele wani mo phone no about
to atwe
utimi de man to over there not Messi security but when you have quality surrounding you they get the best out of each other.
Or Richarlison so the ball now
as a lone striker so like mu nyina babo Xavi na owade bi Kudus wani ma be bre say Xavi Simons ade ba ko pe and Xavi Simons enemy here e say Kudus passing especially awareness, optional awareness. Sometimes Kudus can see you by obey you know. What was idea?
Yeah.
but this guy he sees you no release you now where a quick passer na a bad true boss say and farmer striker. He's one of the best in the Premiership. So I say we Kudus is a very good passer, but me say passer yen jemu 10 times, so especially collective transition yen na ye kono Kudus be jira hwa twe ba ko mienu ansa na osako even though be an ball back to net. But the delay and Sraya na Kudus in no. Xavi Simons wa jabo mama na koda dada. But the bad
Kudus releasing them.
No. But a bad dribbling, finishing, general playmaking there. No, Kudus is senior man to Xavi Simons.
Okay.
And I feel say Premiership no ya na squad be enfedi entirely and say and afofra ba be replace. Na man for adwene am say oh and Klopp kwa Ateta na beba yanka bi. Klopp ko Liverpool asa sorry. Nti na Ateta beba. Eti ma dwene kyerɛ sɛ Man City so asa hyehyɛ team Spurs dey ya wo hyehyɛ yi as hu pa as so hyehyɛ and it's a top moment for Spurs. Daniel Levy, Xavi Simons and of course Thomas Frank na eba ni say na the pressure and the brain manager no or selection results one for results na ma o message players ni see come the basis here o meka Kudus ne we see na fe pressure bounce Kakrabi on Jackson there no Jackson ko buying this is one of the deal benefit to be
Chelsea for us women players stomp out
one who the adna kwa akoye no buying a bigger club was saying Chelsea but obebu sa won say ade na transfer market no buying kwa na obi ano Chelsea esa ompe no omo jojo na buying a big club
marketing yi aton no na enye club ya se buy ni mi aka Leicester bi ana say
what would the ade na akoye no it means buying so who bibi Jackson
Chelsea hu ye
na eba boa Jackson because eba say domestic league no pressure nimu sa to so that to England dey no tie no England dey Man City na Sheffield United ba a pressure Sheffield Palace a pressure go na ma on be body but Bundesliga no buying some of the buying games ni be brain no buying Leverkusen buying Dortmund and yet those games no ya na nketenkete Nico Jackson 50% shooting accuracy Premiership no had 15 goal contribution games now boy you can't say 50% shooting accuracy what it means in say on no be hotel shooting be but obofa emu mienu kopom so buying the phone be create the amano two we on we share the team say me konkutu Hurricane ana
David
but our Chelsea no when you say Dilap get better than say no Jean Pedro get better than say no so I didn't know mo dey grofo get better than me kwa my boni be na my ha
and the whole pressure ma because Hurricane one shego cry Hurricane no mo shetre mbi we hat-trick ya winning match pressure be any hope we no ba community bia
okofie and we know so when you natural winger it one enchancha for Leo Olise Mone
what you say
Sergio Andrew Mone
mo na be
Diaz mo odo mo na pre enchancha and they know they are natural wingers okwa support you mo and Adeba come
be form na saba
Chelsea for na ya ade Omontono we no loan deal a friend testing mic trying to you just starting show no testing mic and keke and no imagine 15 million no more testing no more than one testing 1 year 15 million come on if you don't understand these deals you know so bit me G15 free buy and for just testing keke I finish no wanya dey am fa nemra
no
or ya dey so amode this is a big deal for Chelsea.
Wow.
Now you hear how Bebuani Nico so. But maybe onye bad player. He was struggling under pressure and a very poor comparison. And then omode man. Players omode to no omo better senior. These are not proven players.
Okay.
These are players I feel no nyina no person omo back into the fall light and omode to so but Bundesliga ni open league. Bebuani Nico Jackson wa.
Okay. I mean that's a new team and what in the only video analyst. Hot cake Kroma and what's in it kind of is that right and my story view say me news stories be pa
also me na be breaki back
no as say na so and I'm so sorry we kakra
we me am say breaki fufura ma
Okay.
The other number 10 times will be brain.
Oh, okay.
The brain.
Me see African club near there.
They say the other number 10 times will be brain. Kasa. Kasa.
Okay. Oh, the other baby no monetary.
Nah, some me ala me breaking animal.
Of course.
Ala me say the aka na number 10 times. Kasa.
Okay.
Trotro.
Hey, unia eba mi uzu na.
Trotro. Na ono ana na adwe so betimi de want to tell.
Untimi fancy. As I said, you breaking go for there. Sa untimi fancy. Usa
fancy rade.
Ntiro ano no.
Na fin what is so better.
Are man for revelation bia.
This question be share.
And the meeting guarantee me safety about
Capo. Man, you what now dia wabusa mpofuri.
And I say for me safety party.
Na so onu ahwe ni sleeps mo.
Ahwe dia ehwem dia you mo. Odi asese bibi a onu a ifri agomia. Engwe. Capo ma. Somebody be say one ya no.
Oh, e ba so.
Mate. Agusro.
Capo ma enche tifo ne mo makwa ba from Wontumi Sports so.
Yeah.
Na MSN na menen Super 8 na ne ye wo so a ye be din komo na no.
Yeah.
Inti ana watewa so wadaroma no watie ne ye. Say weekend we say so no ya ma 6 solid codes. 6 no emu be for the Saturday and Sunday. Meti Shadrack betimi asa posti ama omahu a mebebo ane pa. Aha, then obi a ni free so anase one join here no. Te ne gu ase no. Saturday and Sunday.
The pikiana
otwe. Saturday and Sunday, so piki bia then you get it in. I'm hopeful say this weekend and you might be you should better because I saw the signs yesterday. We share signs in the band run. This weekend will be a good weekend.
So
very good weekend.
Yeah, we share more.
And I normally me tidy Friday in the judge.
Oh, okay.
This weekend will be a good weekend.
See ya kasa.
Tiana abo homo de and me can't say chairman the refi
you do ya na be dede. Na ba the trabi.
Capo. Ba me sha se mfem free France. Na me Super 8 na hona be the free ba.
Okay.
I think say check the history of the French League A. 4 teams pena etimi aje the French League A no atwa so mako 4. Olympique Lyonnais, Olympique Marseille, Saint-Etienne, and Paris Saint-Germain. These 4 teams. And etimi aje league na atwa so 1 2 3 4. Okay. I call this particular game the Battle of the Lost Rivalry. The Battle of the Lost Rivalry, I strongly believe say Jean-Michel Aulas and Bernard Tapie. The kind of rivalry on be built between Olympique Lyonnais and Olympique Marseille from 1987 about the early 2000s. No. Every French football more okay. Match we say enter say le classique. Because we had a classic now, and no a bloodbath. I call it the bloodbath because a match it me the one in Aba. And then the fiercest rivalry of French football. But away Ebetwaso because of how competitive these two teams were in the latter part of the 1980s, the early part of the 1990s, and the latter part of 1990s, and even in the earlier 2000s, Abra Nabako from Banabako Dasujina and Naso. Because Abraham Jean-Michel Aulas before a team even from 1987 whatever winning the league 1-2. Bernard Tapie before Olympique Marseille winning the league on 5 occasions consecutive times. No be team in tackle. But fast forward in 2025. The other day Mike Abetna had a story about how Olympique Lyonnais went down because of financial issues. So a club that has won the league on 7 consecutive times Another club that has won the league on 5 consecutive times, and they omumienu beboa. And me say akwaya we wusema uhu bi achi kwan. Omumienu ni na so kuta coaches amegi tumi ye say. Ewia se hwa ni mu say omumienu coaches ni betimi abedan bibia de etimi ade trophies bi de esi omo na so. I will always say this about these two coaches who are coaching these two teams, because Paulo Fonseca and they cross our ban. It will not touch line in the French Liga. But all the Paulo Fonseca to there is Roberto Di Zerbi with the Olympic Marseille team. Yeah. Or one particular coach, me Capo, Roberto Di Zerbi, me share ni muso betimi ade trophy bi de esi ni naso at the top level. Okay. Me himself with Shakhtar Donetsk, he did some good things. But I think he's a coach we have overhyped over a period of time.
Yeah, do baby.
I say, in terms of the approach to games, certain results he gets in certain games, and then the output of some of the players. Yeah. Paulo Fonseca on the other hand side, you want to do also at some point in time. But over play more, the likes of Italian Serie A that went back to the French Liga. But you know the Olympic Lyonnais towards the end of last season, unfortunately, Manchester United issues in the league. They were competitive, but they could not win the league. Sure. But you started season, team are now all brown. And 2 out of 2 okuta 6 points. Olympic Marseille no signing a real small players akese nyina ye de omo be pie mu no, and they only kuta 3 points. Now we have both teams, I have both coaches. Anana make coaches na sem say me jitum se Roberto Di Zerbi e was opeja ne money bonum kakra na otimi se ase GBB because awuaho anadoso ana ne ball na efe ni e candidate bia nanso na ade ehun ibo pe wose ne setimi ka no onye ontimi nye se me catch us Roberto Di Zerbi ne win percentage the entire career na 42% abaje adi
42%. Only start any shed and steady this how. The one for shed am my dream call the performance home really
Ogochi Dafo Boario from 19th November to 30th June 2014 win percentage 22%.
Okay.
From there Oba Forgia 91 games at Forgia okuta 51.65%.
Okay.
Forgia no ba Palermo. Palermo 13 games okuta 7.69%. 7.69%.
Wow.
From Palermo no ba Benevento. From Benevento 29 matches okuta 20.69%.
Wow.
From a whole ba Sassuolo. Sassuolo obebo 120, so team our check say pan Sassuolo. In the Italian Serie A those days, Ochewa uye Inter no show. Ochewa uye AC Milan na all show. But eba ko wiase no. Na fe Capo. The likes of Chievo Verona, DN Verona, omu nyina omu yede. Omu shenu.
Wow.
Na no so akoye different thing. You are only free honoma. Of Florida Shakhtar Donetsk, a honobenya a win rate of 66.67. Iti share the career path. Teams are coachy. The win percentage. Yeah. Baby a shooting course ropano. Ne abro be coachy Shakhtar Donetsk. And then no unya 66% no. Then obesene call Brighton and Hove Albion after that. Win percentage in 42.70%. Then Enei Olympic Marseille win percentage need na 57.89. Capo okani nyina boom from the clubs ni nyina na wabo 432 matches as a coach okuta a win rate of 42.13.
Roberto Di Zerbi.
Yes, so Di Zerbi ya there. Di Zerbi born on modern. Oh yes, he's a good coach. But the results is not coming.
Yeah.
It is who say people who quote deserve also coach big club.
Yeah.
Deserve also coach no any born finance. Ultimately can't say this particular French Ligue her first game her boy you. Ukuta Pierre Emerick Hoiberg. ukuta Angel Gomez, ukuta Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, ukuta Mason Greenwood, share squad ukuta Olympique Marseille, Baledi at the back line. Look at the kind of quality you have as your spine. Last season, I was even expecting him to say, "Oh, Petit Mobeti may fight PSG for the league title and Kenya Olympique Marseille." But I heard the kind of games they lost. Now Lyon comes back, and Lyon edumo mu ye nyina no. Omukuta 2 Englishmen, and they won 5 dominating game. They ma omo. Bako Testman. Testman, the United States of America International. Then there is Tyler Morton. In the history of Olympique Lyonnais, hardly have I seen English players become the headline of a team like Olympique Lyonnais. This is a team who produce quality over the years. Capo, you can see players over produce Bubuja. And the kind of quality of supply them other European teams now. But I watch players like Tyler Morton for Olympique Lyonnais this season, and you relish the kind of quality he has attached to the Olympique Lyonnais midfield. This was a player no Liverpool, or Liverpool player. And what Liverpool Olympique Lyonnais consistently, he has become a thorn in the flesh for most of the teams Olympique Lyonnais share in the French Liga. Good. Passing, defending, creating, baby Tyler Morton. And this weekend, we had a battle between Testman, Tyler Morton, and Angel Gomez, another Englishman, and Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. And that is what I'll be watching this weekend. Okay. But this is a game where, in the last 5 encounters, it has become very difficult for Olympique Marseille. So, Olympique Lyonnais, especially Park Olympique Lyonnais. Very difficult task. Olympique Lyonnais wins this game, and I strongly believe Sir Roberto Di Zerbi asobeshi. Because Wontumi ma club and watching na obre. Woko form. Or the Colentin Toulouse mo.
About show.
Ebasa onu be move ya 9 points. Obe 3. Big trouble ahead for Olympique Marseille. Last season, no more good travelers. But no more poor home team in Olympique Marseille. Omutu kwan bi ana resource ne ye. But omutu na fie bo bi ana omutu mi je. This season.
That's what Sisani among.
This season. This season a social saba.
Yeah.
This season crowd almost start away in the first half. Second home game no be winning. So now they are going to Olympique Lyonnais, difficult grounds. Capo, this is a game I strongly believe say Obetima kon Olympique Lyonnais double chance. Okay. I don't think Marseille Obetima kwa show Olympique Lyonnais wawe.
For ni jina ye.
Olympique Lyonnais for ni jina ye. A double chance for Olympique Lyonnais. But it is a game that will produce goals. Okay. Over 1.5, over 2.5. Anytime goal scorer, Metima for Mason Greenwood for Olympique Marseille. Okay. Anytime goal scorer, Metima for Alexander Lacazette on the other part of Olympique Lyonnais. Wow. Away from the French League A, and na minya daje pa hwe the Italian Serie A, Cremonese ne AC Milan. And they me se league ni e bon Mongolia kra me pese me hwe. Na me hwe Cremonese team na omo de ball omo first game na me hwe enyomo omo AC Milan ni Lecce. And now was Lecce. AC Milan first game was against Cremonese. And no lose you know. Yeah. And no more. Let me share Cremonese game no more boy against AC Milan. Then let me share kwa mo fast so find the loopholes. AC Milan team nim. Edinya results it here AC Milan. That's why I say AC Milan will enough quality change omo no. Now afi me ya question the commitment of these AC Milan players because my an AC Milan team o ma appoint young coaches on moba. O ma appoint coaches on my system ni mo ma je o modin dada. O ma appoint coaches on ma be di Serie A ni bida. Every single kind of coach be we say AC Milan appoint bia o betimi dey results be o ma yebi. Even last season alone, o ma appoint 2 coaches. Sergio Conceição and Paulo Fonseca at the point in time. The ja we kwan e kofa Conceição dey ne buy. Still, now results was not coming for the AC Milan team. The appointment of Maximiliano Allegri proves 2 points. 1, AC Milan is ready to forgo the ideology. Say young Franco Dani entity or Munian because in recent times, AC Milan in your team are Tonali.
Yeah. There be that.
There are certain players that have left AC Milan. Any team AC Milan Tijani Renders all free ho. Because omu ye club ano mo de omu.
Yeah.
Omu ye club ano mo musika. Omu ye club no omu for top players. Capo.
Omu talk is
this is a team at a point in time. Costa Curta. Tassotti. Frank Rijkaard. Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Robinho. Ebra no mobile from Crown and that's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And a ball nine. Omo last league title omo je when the lead omo je. But the name Clone baby omo coach man maton. Omo coach maton. But the appointment of Allegri ensures that there be then AC Milan are going back to a certain route where they actually believe that a crop of experienced players plus young talent should be able to win you a league or get you a title.
Syria no because Juve
it is signings no my no Jashari or young no makofa Luka Modric. What did they mention? Almost Santiago Jimenez that are but they are trying to go to Sporting to get another striker, young guy.
Yeah. You understand?
They are trying to blend Estupina and Onyakolau. When you know that one. Omako Brighton and Hove Albion are confined na day. Abba. So the signings of AC and the appointment of Allegri also shows that AC Milan is ready to compete for the league. It every single resource counts. It's against Cremonese, no. Eddie, nyoma by hey ni patri bebre.
Ejuobi ansem.
It no anam pese menya abotre pa hwe. But Cremonese na kasa omonya bad because you omo abo too much so kuta 6 points.
Yeah, so mo so enye bad team crowd. This is more hard.
They want to survive.
Yeah.
And I wish Kafina Jan is still part of this team.
Yeah.
But they don't know if you want them to call. Against Lecce, AC Milan shebe 2 goals in the offside. The intensity of Lecce the bar game in a different level. Se Capo say the ball no air tune se nyanya ka say AC Milan ne Lecce ball no moko boy and ye fa the ball pa na kameko for Lecce. Because do maybe no the level of intensity and Lecce the ball no na me question AC Milan but it's good to have experience and leadership in your team. Because me look at Modric doing the game ni na o se munya aboche ne ball no. Even when omo go ni anye omo go ni anye because omo goes 3 ni na ya anje and some the third one no.
Eba.
From Lostic and I do go near day at the Bromo. But I think this is a team that are beginning to be well drilled in terms of a mentality in going into games, especially under Allegri. Allegri said that one kasa coach or be coach or Kobo boy there be on the days at Juventus, but he's a title winner.
Sure,
he will push you to win
trophy.
And I think that is where AC Milan root to the NAMCC. And if they are able to do that and sustain themselves, they'll become a force to reckon with. Okay, the talents are good results from AC Milan and Ra. Now, no, I didn't remember Napoli ni Cagliari. Napoli bo ofie. Mencha obebre Napoli be she Cagliari ofie. Yes, I think Cagliari any enough missiles to compete against a team like Napoli. There be Napoli bo mo first home game in the talents here this weekend, and I think more the men to win this particular game. Napoli to win and over 1.5. Okay, and I'm straight for Napoli win. Anytime goal scorer, you already know the man already. In the absence of Romelu Lukaku, I can only trust Scott McTominay or Kevin De Bruyne to get a goal for Napoli. Napoli game in the man chow hono metru mi katentem. No ma ba share Gianpiero Gasperini obekwa away to Pisa.
Okay,
difficult game. I'm yet to understand what Gasperini wants to do with this particular Roma team, but that was a splendid performance and results in their first game of year. But if we what team on home what keep a player like Manu Kone. Now this is a Roman team that are trying to deal with players be a normal team ni pension munya hono mfako, for example Lorenzo Pellegrini, quality player on their side. Under Jose Mourinho, under Claudio Ranieri, this or no a player about no lead the ranks e boama Roma team in results, but the nay omu pipi and the same chain. Artem Dovbyk almost there be a brand in a year home. But Artem Dovbyk there is an Englishman on the Roman soil who is giving them resource in the shape of wine, Ivan Ferguson. Ivan Ferguson pay or Brighton and Hove Albion more than £100 million in a ton or so. I could not know a pra or china no a pra. I never china say. So I'm happy for Akodane. Say now in the Italian Serie A, we are seeing a player a dream maybe near the quality ne to obi to say Harry Kane in terms of goal scoring.
Oh dear.
Going into this weekend, Roma to win either half against Pisa.
Roma to win
either half against Pisa. Anytime goal scorer make for Ivan Ferguson. Inter Milan Bebo Udine. Inter Milan will fear na Kivu. Who the kind of results almost at Timiaka. Menche wo hu bebre. Call Inter Milan that game to win and over 1.5.
Okay.
Anytime goal scorer, ubetimi akọ dia mama akusuru am for Inter Milan team. Mama o one of France.
Yeah.
Mama o Inter, Mama o Napoli, Mama o Roma. Mama 3 account 4.
Yeah.
Yanko 2 it was Spain.
Okay.
Me about 2 it was England. Nam the way we the Super 8 na my kabako.
Okay.
2 na war Spain no. Me sure Real Madrid will be fear against Mallorca. You see, Real Madrid are not in a form where they are playing extremely well. But this is typical of Real Madrid. What matters most is at the end of the day, in as much as all build the identity, no, you need to win games.
Of course.
Say 2-1, say 1-0, say 3-2.
It's a win.
The Hiana say win a day.
Abba.
But under Xabi Alonso, there are certain things I'm beginning to realize about this Real Madrid team, especially in terms of individual player development. Shadie, coach bi about team bia no adeba kwa na ekini ese players are team na tis kakesi akoto omudi omaba no. So when team develop oma, their quality and now omu future at the club becomes questionable.
Yeah.
They may dream maybe na Real Madrid supporters ne yada Carlo Ancelotti pa na ese. Ska omu te ya omu de kofa Rodrigo. Kofa Vinicius Junior omu de omu fi Brazil de omu bae. Ska omu de kofa certain players bi de omu ba team no. These players improved under these coaches. Zinedine Zidane ba yehu ne de. Ancelotti so ba team yehu ne de. Ba Alonso so ba team no ne de ne hwan. Ne de ne enkofo sei, enkofo miensa. De di kan Adagula. De tosu mienu Aurelien Tchouameni. Ana de tosu miensa, Dean Heisen. Because Real Madrid are born home modern artists ka kofa sa players we di aba. Mbappe na afu no we be che ne bobo. But in order for Real Madrid to create the perfect balance between defense and attack, when I make it to me say Real Madrid almost biggest weakness is attack no, and then attacks on Wontumi goals. Make a weakness and attacks on Wontumi goals. Weakness is say if Real Madrid wants to defend on the front foot by pressing, or many more for ni na no be am pressing Mbappe bia. Mbappe no nya ho be ko American ko press gidigidi fama. Vinicius no ko hon ko defend gidigidi fama. Omo be kra no mo ye no within 5 to 10 minutes within the 90 minutes no majai. No masaba, no relax, no masaba by 5 minutes. Consistently, these players are not players. Ubetimi do ma press from minute 1 to minute 90. Beba goes on with the bad. So it is the Achilles heel of Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Baby Real Madrid are one. Then what's on Real Madrid weakness? So finding a perfect balance between the two is a very important aspect of what Xabi Alonso wants to do at Real Madrid, and he's building that particular spine with these 3 players. Amabo Mudin. And quality na they did match after match. Real Madrid, another good test. It will feel to carry the pressure along. Trust you me, Real Madrid will win this game and over 1.5. Anytime goal scorer, make up for Kylian Mbappe Lotin. Oyi, Real Madrid game ni free on my Barcelona ekwa away to Real Vallecano. Barcelona enya mo omu home game because afina new camp ne mo adwuma no mo ya wi ame age atum ye nyan ntumu and no as a picture bi ni video bi by almost a wall apart or that form who na the food aso because omo pressure omo de beba. Barcelona away to Rayo Vallecano. Barcelona will find a way to win this game again. Menche wo hope menim say Gavi enya injury,
yes,
and your man koyi, but there's still Marc Casado. There's still Pedri. There's still Frankie de Jong. Vallecano for is stubborn kakra. But this is a game Barcelona will win and over 1.5. Anytime goal scorer in this game, Meko for Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. Then the last 2 in the Super 8 on Saturdays. Eyo di edikai ebe games ebe bɔ ne nyame ya adoma baako ne baako nyame ya adoma ɔkyena Manchester United ne Burnley game mo busa me ho asɛm no kure ni nyame yenim nie megidi wɔ form pass Manchester United betima win game way
gidi wɔ form ho
ade problem ni nyina ayɛ sɛ when was the last time a ball game at Manchester United actually go in the first half? Who do any book compare the last 10 matches to 15 matches? Who do any book compare Kakami? What did they mention? Almost shall go in the first half. No, extra de bako. One opponent in the cash first half. The mentality of these Manchester United players, they will break down again.
Yeah.
How much is some weak? Adia Scott Parker Burnley here some measure first goal. See only Manchester United ne bona beso bubu na first goal no.
Okay.
Because these players no musi account one. Adreno bubu ama. Unya show mo one pe na bo mo tiri say ye 76 CBM. At Old Trafford. Difficult game. They need results. They need a performance. After Omako 3 games without a win in the main season, United and Kasani in the league, Omushe go. First game, Arsenal Shomu 1. Second game, Nomuni Fulambone own goal. Wontumi investing £200 million attackers in the league. They about 2 games, Obianshe go. Difficult.
Okay.
Capo, open the safer game with over 1.5.
Na kama nko kray ana
menko with the City the be ma bonus City the Brighton over 1.5 City away to Brighton a tie difficult grounds Brighton in starting season
okay.
They are now picking up 2 matches Brighton could have 1 point it's not normal of Brighton and Hove Albion. City so share them beginning season convincingly even after their first game almost share Wolverhampton Wanderers by 4 goals to 0. While here game ni be deemed, we realize it's a Wolves in a chances power to go back. Then the Warbeck will need to be at the front step to make sure so many million results. Over 1.5 in that game between Brighton and Manchester City.
Okay.
Anytime goal score, I make for Erling Haaland.
Okay.
Anytime goal score, I will bet mark for Danny Warbeck for Brighton and Hove Albion against Manchester City. Arsenal a defense versus attack. Shadie say Arsenal share first goal against Liverpool. Arsenal be winning game no.
Oh, okay. We got to atna. The very chase is so anymore.
Capo, Mosquera, Saliba, Magalhaes, Calafiori, Timber. Arsenal were the best defense in the league. Arsenal season now when they boss is in. I don't know if you realize it. Or more adapted to a certain style, so they know when to play well and when not to play well and get results. Say team any do lose stage now. When they bow break.
Whoa, that's it.
But that is a game call for both teams to score.
Okay.
Both teams
to score.
Anytime goal scorer, wait me call Eddie Amahugo Ekitike. Because what Chere said the last 3 games now about the Liverpool and they will create chances for him. They will create a lot of chances.
Okay.
Florian Wirtz, I think he's going to have one of the best games against Arsenal. You would understand why. But I think Nipo Benya go their mass and in the absence of Bukayo Saka, Vito Gyökeres would be to but in big games like this, one player I met my hand and him so bit Benya go their mass now. Declan Rice.
Well, Mate, Mike Bray now. Man, for the MZ team come as
we are set for another weekend, but and China some transfer deals have been confirmed. But we monitor trend now. Who said the German clubs are now refusing to sell to Bayern on Bayern Munich's terms.
Okay.
Clubs no more German, you know. First, nka Bayern a player. A can be obefa so obenya player no.
Yeah.
There are times they even get into the head of the player and then make me a player now I'm on a contract you know about free. How much did Bayern purchase Lewandowski for? I'm not saying
Lewandowski.
Small way view.
Mario goes as Casa no Mutia or Modecofano. It is a Bayern thing. They mostly have their way with transfer talents or more Bundesliga. But in the past few years, in the past few years, and because the clubs have seen said there are other leagues who are paying more for talent. It is a Bayern no ebenya obi de Lewandowski for 4-4. Na ne buono send yesi sombo no onya ne saa. Now there will be other clubs outside the Bundesliga. 50 million. Unya player to say Lewandowski o buy ne betua 50. The other league club no pay player no betua 70. So the ability of clubs precisely in the Premier League to overspend is hurting Bayern Munich, and this has been a summer. Clubs need to bring to Bundesliga teams need for talent, especially attacking talent. Liverpool attacking a way or Eintracht Frankfurt no go to Hugo Ekitike or Leverkusen or to Florian Wirtz. Say Ekitike na obedi mi echinese bi ana Bayern oni omu radar so. Wirtz was a player Bayern courted. He's a player Bayern have sought after for a very long time. Before Wirtz joined Leverkusen, now Bayern Epeno, he's definitely been on their radar for 3 years and counting. And it's a Wirtz available here to Bayern in each home. He had Bayern, Man City, Liverpool under consideration. But on Bayern, he chose Liverpool. Liverpool had the financial wherewithal to also pay. Bayern in this can be Wontumi. One attacking talent Bayern acquired who this season and even agree personal terms with. Now Nick Wontumi.
Yeah.
Oma agree personal terms. They made separate offers 3 times. Edmar Stuttgart. Oma say they be Anton. Oh, Sikanisa. So wouldn't Jessica Yepedi Anton Famao. Bayern could not bully their way. Eventually, Wontumi joined Newcastle United. Bayern went for a different player than a more preferred target. So the trend has changed. Lack of finances, and then again, the Bundesliga clubs realizing if we hold on for some time, perhaps your talent now buying be fan for no, we will get value for money. Our outside market.
So Oma will say Bayern no good business.
No, they'll go to the outside market.
Romario goes Serie okay 2013 over 37 million euros. So Oma will say foreigners never.
Lewandowski saying
50.
Time or more Lewandowski, he was one of the top strikers in the game. Team BA ombe Tracy Kakese diafa 50 million no to 4 ball. So they can't bully them. So
now they are interested in foreign business because
so West Ham discover for Nicholas Fulkruger. Sika obetuano buy an entia. And these clubs make good money. They're paying a year level, another pitches a year strength of club BTSABia Inter Milano. A year West Ham a pay. Player Inter beton West Ham bet me a ton for buying sika obetua now no. Or they compare the market price ever England and they say be at the Newcastle most spend it. And you know Newcastle abefa player ni koi. Buying into me Newcastle abetua. So the Premier League precisely it's affecting Bayern's bullying and then their dominance in terms of dominating the German market. Wow. That is the trend. Yes. Now the conversation is how Jackson fit in. I think that Jackson has been disrespected for a long time.
Sure.
Semo wa washesko mo. Ehu omuso mo ye heavy. Now who Jackson's way heavy. You are not being fair. Oh, it's true. A player who has given you 24 Premier League goals in 2 seasons. I don't think so. A player or that form. And then again, check it. The trend. Quimben offers to acquire Bayern team. He's seen as a backup, an attacking, but or a backup to the main striker. And Bayern was striker back up. Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Omu Harry Kane free will be anyhow. Jamal Musiala is also out injured.
Yeah.
So company will need another profile to provide goals. It looks like the only attacking additional by an year significant this season. That of Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
Beno Krano, Kingsley Coman, and Jahoko. So they needed additions. I'm going to Chelsea for Nkunku. Now, come on, money Chelsea. Didn't Chelsea's debut Nkunku no. Loan in town. You better no.
That's right.
But Jackson ne say Nkunku ne kwa. And you move bet me abefa. So AC Milan and now Bokwan ato Emma Bayern Enya Nicholas Jackson. Yeah. But even that, he's not going for cheap. Does he have the potential to excel in the Bundesliga? Yes. Newton Kai. It is an open league. Enough spaces to run into. Jackson has the characteristics a man to me thrive Bundesliga name, pace, direct, and then he has an eye for goal. The only question mark here in the conversion ratio. Obenya chances never 5. Why shall you move back? But in a league and in a team that creates loads of and volumes of chances, Jackson's goal scoring will improve.
Okay.
So chances no nyano 10. Our Premier League name after the season.
Yeah.
Bundesliga now it will double or triple the number, especially in Bayern Munich team. They are mostly with the ball. I'm gonna make it a ball. I'm gonna ball possession more.
Yeah.
So it will help him. And Obebua Hurricane, so to get enough rest and minute. So I think a good destination. Nenanso Nisubai. He has sa penchant for flaring and I say, all of a sudden Jackson no any referee on the opponent player it gets him unnecessary yellow cards. Chelsea about Jackson atiaba from me indiscipline count.
Striker or decor just starting and
I think baby Maresca mo edi no ya okese was that game against Newcastle last season.
That much no.
He nearly jeopardized Chelsea's ambitions in terms of making the top 4.
Yeah.
Then in the Club World Cup, that was where they wrote the rule. No, Debbie. Ne indiscretions, sani indiscipline. No. And then idea this guy in the right environment, he will flourish. So I don't see Jackson ebenya problem. Bundesliga him. But Nick ultimate joining Newcastle, then Ama Liverpool fans need be a glimmer of hope. Oh, when they shark deal, no, a bit me about so, but they still await green light from Newcastle. How many days? I need 30th. Yakopon yard much na yewi.
Yeah.
And I'm good. Will Liverpool get a shark? Me medin kedin komo based on what I see and sense. I still maintain that stance. I don't think Newcastle will sell a shark to Liverpool. And I hold on to that. And I stand to be put in a position where there will be X smacked in my face. Or I stand to be proven correct by how the reality will unravel. But meme projections and in your manner. The Ishak to Liverpool bet, to me, it seems more political than sporting.
Okay.
And Baku Jemua were considered politically. The sporting aspect, Ishak will contribute a lot to the Liverpool project, as well as to Newcastle project. Now, will Nick Ultimate replace Ishak? Almost say, but almost nyepe. Almost say, but nyepe. Ultimate, no. To say the Ishak joining Newcastle from Real Sociedad, Wayno is coming with a better record or pedigree. Although in a short space and a short period of time. Ultimate looks similar to Hurricane. More than Ishak, but the same, a similar profile, and the same profile, similar. The Ishak to me and away to me, but the two will flourish together in the same team because we know that's no. The major attribute, a feeding off the main striker. Or the deal,
Okay.
As a second striker, a number 10, they said you're Obekano. Shadrack in my data MB, the comparison between the two players, numbers, graph, you will see that there are similarities. Ishak last season was an excellent season for him. I saw pink, I saw Kokono. And I want him again blue. Good. Non-penalty goals, Ishak 91.0. Ultimately 86.3. Next, and your penalties no more than share. The volume of Ishak saw shadowed one I was through. Non-penalty goes the same, and this is explained by the fact that Ishak registered more goals than Nick Ultimate did in the Bundesliga for Stuttgart. But in terms of goal conversion, Ultimate Nation he has the sniper's eye.
Yeah.
Than Ishak. Ishak's conversion here 85.5%. Then that of Ultimate here 94.5%. Aerial ability again. Ultimate nature say only tineka eye adwuma at the same Ishak there. Yeah. 43.5% for him and then 22.7 for Alexander Ishak. Touches in the box again. He feeds off the main striker. Inti Ishak nenia brain or co-work chances nabano. We will give you more touches in the box. Okay. But I am marginally better than that of Ishak. 97.3. Ishak here 92.2. Expected assist. Again, when he creates per volumes, any assessment, he creates more than Ishak. Bang or 80.0. And then Ishak was 76.1. Off duels won, and that's offensive duels. There's a ball in the gym. May try some many ball in the final third. No, Nick Watermedia combative more than Ishak the oye. 93.3. Then Ishak 24.3. But yes, also Sinipi. Ishak ne ball more minutes than the away boy, close to 40% more. Again, Oma is cocker, and when you break new money down kakra. Ama yehu Obia last season per 90 minute statistics, shot accuracy who's a ultimate shot accuracy is 72.22. Yeah. Again, Ube who's a conversion was losing Ishak. It tells about the shot accuracy. Ishak's shot accuracy is 60.53. We is 72.220. The data be the it is not different from way there. That's on a shot on target there. In a game, we need 1.5, 1.5. But back on a shot, they can't. At the same back there. Yeah. Goals again. Ishak scored more goals last season, so it is only understandable. Say per 90 minutes last season, statistically, about 0.8 goals per game. But Waterman is not far off. He played fewer minutes, but he gave us 0.7 goals per 90 minutes. Yeah. Non-penalty goals again. A match never bohon. Ishak is 0.7. Way is 0.6. Then open play passes. I spoke to you about creativity. Yeah. O check open play passes. Ne chances created. And the Sasuna. The other day also green. No. And the ultimate. I was losing Ishak there. 26.2 open play passes per 90 minutes in the game for ultimate. 19.2 for Ishak. Chances created 2.1. For Ultimate, then 1.4 for Ishak. It is only his passing accuracy, and I was say improving because Ono was 71.61, Ishak is 77.05. Again, true balls. So we created the duel. About true balls, no do also see Ishak. Duels contested. Some of them who gym, pray winning ball. No, you see it on the screen. Into the data available on nature, say when our metrics are. Coach Bio to me develop a player or fan or not tap into her. The potential can be polished to become better. When Ishak was joining Newcastle from Real Sociedad, many numbers were normal, but the coaching of Eddie Howe brought the best out of Ishak. Coaching him player. No who player no na who odeni baby asinto wa no ahihye ne team ne send be ya e betwe who odeni dia ba Newcastle are set up in a way that brings the best out of Ishak. Na coach no yes ano won't he give you hope said the idea Ishak no train be free in mobile no he will be able to do same when he has the two players available. But in the many there they will have to rely just on Ultimate. Okay, but along the line they will need to get into the head of Ishak, convince him to play and then continue to do what he has to do for them. Games near Barcelona they are tricky games. I am mostly a core international breaker. matches na potential banana skin uti aso to be power
game
no be hu se mu da ho but uremu a emu na ho sa it has the cow dung approach excuse me and when I didn't change bebre sa na say nentwie no mo janai no me won 10 crab emu no
uti aso
exactly so sana matches net here if Amorim does not beat Burnley say Amorim and she Burnley I'll be very shocked.
Wow.
Grimsby result it is a blip. How United started season performance it was encouraging. Burnley is where they need to put a full stop to frustrations and disappointment. Acquisitions on making attack the Burnley team offers them an opportunity to demonstrate that, and I expect Obestarte all the 3 attackers they buy Supremo, Cunha, Shesko, they must start. United will everything to beat Burnley, but the mindset they need to quickly forget they see what Grimsby then they focus on way. But Amorim Kasame Bana he was explaining a lot of things. That is where the pressure gets to him. But I like his admission.
Real.
Yeah, I like his admission. And then I also understand his frustrations. We've been a bit, quote unquote, lazy in analyzing him. No about three back. There are in-game variations. Team need to miss it. I think so he needs to make adjustment. Yakaso only adjustment. It could be player positioning and combinations.
Sure.
Maybe a Bruno ne Casemiro no. But double pivots no more bono. I will say changes them. Personally, I feel on push Bruno and go forward. Get somebody to pair Casemiro. Are you okay, mommy? I also feel said they also in. These are the adjustments he needs to make. But the starting formation of Man U, it changes as and when. And yes, sir, throughout. In the game against Grimsby, he changed. Yeah, so and I say most of us we've been a bit lazy in our approach in terms of analyzing their games. I expect that he will quickly make adjustments when needed to bring the results. But I am repeating, United, if they fail to beat Burnley, a bad draw, a big shock from me. But I expect them to win. Chelsea, Fulham, or Master 31. First half will be Ashe.
Go my.
Okay, maybe first half you go Beba. And Chelsea goal will come. But game near tricky because Fulham coach Marco Silva, he's stubborn. No TV to Tony Oma saying kakra. So if it is a game you think you can avoid, do avoid it because already you started at that. In England again, Arsenal ball away at Anfield against Liverpool. In the last 6 head-to-heads, Liverpool and share Arsenal. Liverpool have not beaten Arsenal in the last 6 head-to-heads in the Premier League. Liverpool's attack versus Arsenal's defense, but the battle would have to be won from the middle. Liverpool's attack versus Arsenal's defense, but I was seeing Rien Tokano. But this time around, Arsenal have options, especially when they have their key attackers maybe out injured. Kaya Vete Pra, Pineapple, Gyökeres, Saki Pra, likely Noni Madueke. Eberechieze will likely start. Ewo Martin Odegaard role nim anase ebebono baby a Martinelli bono. So Arsenal have options, and I don't think they will go to Anfield, despite the atmosphere, then fold their arms and defend throughout. I think said the best time for Arsenal to stamp the authority, said they are ready for the league, is to beat Liverpool at Anfield. It won't be easy, but it is very much possible. Say Arsenal beat Liverpool on Sunday.
Well, medasi eno games baso weekendi ana edo nsema dia baba tan reme na afi yenhwe said enu Mexico na eni enkomo kakra ewo Ghana ye league no una ye kan say stories no guitar say o me hu de o ansa na be kan wasem ti me hu de o na action no ye weekendi nya no bibiani
weekendi
action ni na bibiani ya enhwe kakra
Blue Stars match, you know. That stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yenshas yɛmfa mfiri ɛyɛ Fusa Premier League yɛde atu anampo sɛ ɛba so ɛwɔ Ghana 2025-2026 afi Ghana yɛbɔ ɛyɛ Fusa Premier League ɛnso etiwana matches nyina ɛba so ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Sprinters Astrotef edika started dana anopa no yenya Da Costa FC any Future Soccer Academy ɔmo game no ɛnom ɛnso etimi etodwa sanso na Blessed Air Stars FC wɔn ɛnso ne ɛyɛ Danak FC ɛnso etim bɔ ma bians etim akɔ kama kai national so anso etim fa me say the ten say ne team ani di at the Y2KFC wo anso game na eba so 10 o'clock yai and sampo ana the 10 say okuwura ma matches and also etim ato so no AMGFC anso ne Blessed AM Kickers wo game na 1 o'clock PM Adenta Youth FC eba Real House FC sanso ana San Siro City wo anso ne King Solomon FC game no and anso betim abaso nti Fusa wo ebia say wo and then first time I was omo games no and yes and also 8 makoswa ya don sempi and also 18 dam ya tie for na ye ko bibia ni ade bibia ni nkomo nyame ya dom ochena champion of champions e ba so den ama bibia so atimi akokama na champion of champions no doje Ghana Premier League enempo de no so etime J FA Cup ochena nyankopon boa e bibia ni dance park de Tennis Football Club ne di enso so ni Gold Stars ebo e de tia aya Sante Kotoko 3 o'clock PM ana the turns anus 8 abaso Shadak say when I ready mame necessika o ba park so abetia 30 cities ana fe 100 cities ana adiase yaje e dance park in China Capo de Supremo e be sa go back to Bebiani na Bibians e to ko Bibiani be de China papa na Bibiani China de Bibiani park no so match so correct Bibians e to kama supporters be ba 100 ana 30 etwe no me no wa me gina me call regular na me de 100 no baby girl no akam ho na wasenya extra 40 senso mpese bia obekọ ho na we yi 500 oni baby girl no we be fa boat free adokọ park so we are now 100 200 baby girl be num so kakra no wadidi kakra we say dey antimi fo wi baba nkotena park so we are na say masa ba fie boko na de akanya so etimato aso ntietena ye che pokopa warrior pokopa tertiary for no ye che mo etena enso bibiani na bibian so etimi akokama na enum na coach ani did Abdul Karim Zito enso de komo kakra de atuja ahead of game and senus etima tojo nyame ya dome dachina e dance park awotete mu sem game no and said that easy game and so former Kotoko yente sama Abdul Karim Zito edituja omo bon omo ne asko for an address almost 8 ball omo free omaya ne din and some ade program and elbow na anumo no ana me pacho panya fe no Abu Kasim wono and assistant coach Edma Police ladies eden komo kakra ediaba omo readiness omo ready for the game and empo tournament no final game so omo tima do semi final of the tournament so penin kasaka kra edifa yente sama openya fan Abu Kasim edituja.
Yeah, Sam Nelly and Asku are almost the same quality. I would even say Asku has more talented players than Sam Nelly, but just that on the day we had our better luck in the tactics. Our tactics worked, so that's why we had this. So we hope that tomorrow our tactics will work, just like the way it worked against Sam Nelly. But then it's not going to be easy. But I'm promising all Ghanaians that I'm assuring them that will come away with a victory maximum.
Jayem and so etio kotoko ho brand for katini ni komo kakra na ho brand for na omudi JC aba is akwa kofa asama because players no omo lanche omo kotoko JC omo say we dey kama enti say ya anom de ni bi eni ade nkofo bi sasa na wan ya anom ni ade say number bi nkofo kan na enum ni atwipini openya fan Abraham aya Sabin ono enaya marketing manager edema the whole brand eni ebisan say afi de mo dia ba de enye izo na edi asam kra anampo say edi ade ena ba mutu ka kanye maboma mutu di sa Jesse quality way e ba e
always open. Our doors are always open. We are hoping that they will come so that we can show Ghanaians how we can cater to these two big clubs, and the people will see what the colors. The people will see the colors. Kotoko, their history and their culture. So whenever you are designing something for them, have cultural aspect to it. So the away jersey that we are unveiling today, or we are doing the unveiling today, people are going to see the cultural aspect, because culture is a way of life and it connects people together. So that's what we are doing. We just want the fans and the people within the Kotoko fraternity to connect.
Ochechema Chelsea Senebea Obiabo sa Sante Carlos nos 8 my adwuma and I don't sempi anos 8 damana Capo mamenya na me fancy na bedwa format was na mo wie enso eto democracy kapa anos 8 ma todwa nyame ya doma. That's Friday and next week Friday on the 5th of September and anos 8 ma baso na Gamanche Ken Taki Teko otosumienu papa yi ono so adi nkomo kakra no wo ade na se trophy ekokoche opanyi na se Gamanche omo de kokoche no ma ono so di nkomo kakra no nkomo kakra wono so edi ni se osem ani ko se democracy na toto na se kra ya toto na se da bi no ne dia why ready say obeto 1000 tickets edama supporters amamo so etwa ba support gamer and so ebeto ato
our democracy for granted. Yeah. And I believe that it is a great initiative from the members of parliament and then the speaker of parliament that you lead and surge on to bring all people in Ghana together. Yeah. We should not take our democracy for granted. We should not take the peace we enjoy in Ghana for granted. Most few elections and have ended up in a civil war or something.
From Bana transfers no ochina na eba na wie say no dey away. Yes. Ochina 31st. Yeah, ni eba na wie na se si akokopiem enso etimi ewo Mediama Sporting Club omo sign 11 wonders left back Desmond Bafo. Yes, Oma Sane no, ama Desmond, Emra, we say JC Ebo Edma FC Mediama, Emma Bibians Etimo Kamenwachi, Uram Enso Etimo, 11 wonders, and I say Lagos City's 11 wonders. Yefon Tiate for almost completely. I heard the sign of former Bibiani Gold Stars goalkeeper Joseph Ba onom so esako back to 11 wonders ofri nurse kraba ni di Adam Crancer Warriors eko nurse 11 wonders ofri no ko Gold Stars and as say osako back to 11 wonders okako to asinti Capo mame fancy na ni abedwafo so intimi entwaso
okay na Chelsea for no say ma full fashion ba kusisi but va a year free va really out Joshua Ken and shares how go ni dem a wo mu tisa and va the Chelsea da form kaba ko but the nyame ase ne va the nyame ase ne va pa
mo the nyame ase ne dey va
full am chair but the referee
Capo let me say we be born tauta
yes
because advert for so chair also my interviews but and then we can focus in na champion of champions
baby.
Where Ghana's own version of Super Cup. Said you could be a bonus Super Cup. City hyper no bedding with the Beckham once a moon Muntias, and it is important to understand.
Yeah.
Say Ghana Super Cup a major trophy. Ghana has a major trophies, you know. Ghana Super Cup bako, Ghana Premier League bako, Ghana FA Cup bako. These are the major trophies.
Yeah.
It is obligatory and saying the domestic treble.
Okay.
For me answer.
Okay.
Because in the BA League no, ano be a game I fan say a game who on faso. Na they say between Kotokoni baby and Gold Stars. I don't know if you've realized it over the course of years. Hardly do I see newly promoted teams or Mono Kotoko war a certain level of competitive rivalry.
Yeah.
But say competitive
rivalry.
Baby any Gold Stars bar league ni Kotoko show mo one wo. Isaac Opon.
Yeah.
Of far born and Kelly born is in the born share the other push. Free walk on the Kotoko brands on be baby any Gold Stars war. Dance park.
Yeah.
Omokwa 1-1 goalless. Gold Stars squad team show 2-1. The first time a Gold Stars share Kotoko outside baby any abra omokwa che Kotoko show mo Accra, Gaka Tofo. Almost Kotoko by 2-1. And we also make mistakes on the buy. And always our two teams here, Mudia, almost represent Ghana at the continental stage. Nyamaya Duma next season. And a season here, CAF Champions League for Gold Stars, CAF Confederations Cup for Club Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Yeah.
Almost signing so obi ani so. Ama born on Mokomumi and Kobo and Gaka top 4 was the highlight of the competition at a certain point in time before the House of 4 game. I will always say somebody House of 4 game was the best game of the tournament. But all your money House of 4 game, I think Omuni Kumasa Sante Kotoko comes closer. Because the level of intensity and quality of football and I'm betting I just a pitch down I enjoy game ni. Because two teams in the quality no, it is a factor. Say what's team analyze it, two teams no, obi a quality in a one day. But Kotoko betting say I'm a ghost as a team as I to asu 2 ana. I me free ban.
Okay.
I'm a ghost as be any 2 out of 2 ana. I think there are a lot of things I was a Kotoko Nankasa as a team need to look at themselves and try and deal with it. Capo. Kotoko going into this game. Meaning say obi abehe ni mu say Samba be shase.
Yeah.
Kamara impose. Yeah. Samba be shase. Hanu Ansu e be shase. Patrick Asiedu. Lodamo Aprenti ubenya Shaibu. Emmanuel Entry, Seth Kwadwo, Hilary Adabo. Kwame Poku, Albert Amwa, and Saka Dauda.
Saka Dauda.
You see, problem ba kwa Kotoko nya ye pa against Gold Stars. E wo gaka tofo ni pa e boss ani e bosi o mo defenders na chi say. I need the composure of their center backs on the ball.
Yeah.
It was steady where say Isaac Ajete mu nya ball na omo pija omutia no mo he baby Samson Eduku run towards to. No ma pija ball ni dia mano. There were so many occasions if Eduku was clinical, Komushe Kotoko be by 4 goals to 1. Kotoko so utilize the wing play against Babiani Gold Stars. It's ombo ball for you say. And ombo kosa say cutbacks. Trying to create enough chances.
Yeah.
But se Kotoko per se omushe Babiani Gold Stars a players me we say na Kotoko dealing with them.
Okay.
They should be very careful about Eduku 1 and only what here and only a different. They should be very careful about players be to say Isaac Ajete. What's the measure as But the probability of Babiani Gold Stars starting this game with 2 of these 3 center backs in the Kotoko Nshewoye, Vincent Atenga, Gideon Anaba, and Kevin Opong. Omumi ensa because Gaka top 4 Omumi ensa na che center back in the boy. Kevin Opong ni Anaba, Atenga ne Kevin Opong ne Atenga. Ti Omumi ensa no. The reason why I'm saying some of these things here is me nyabotre hwe game ni din. Baby a Kotoko nya chances creating more power. She Kevin Opong whenever he's on the ball. Na so do more than 10 seconds on the ball. I heard the way.
Okay.
Well, one player a very good pass off the ball. It is normally to the be as say Ajete locate Eduku and a Kotoko pressure more higher on the boss how long balls need to locate Eduku. Because ball yan fan to form yan fan mono. We good so bit more boss pass. But o press no mistakes. Why wouldn't Kevin Opong be why you more than 15 mistakes for baby any Gold Stars also can result in opponent scoring them. Boy, yeah, nani power kwache boni Emmanuel Kobi.
Cover na kama.
What is who di match ni a? Go back to Kotoko ni Gold Stars game no. Nyabotre. Na hwe game no. Na hwe Kevin Opong. Na hwe anytime Kotoko decides to press them.
Okay.
Atenga so bonne. Ananyame adom ochina. Asem ebeto mu because Atenga ball no ye mo fa for mo bofa na so say ya no abona wa mo ni player na ekọ. Iti abetamu a oboto ne Atenga mu sei. Ontimi fa. 3 Emmanuel Kobi ball kosoro obre. Sevia ya bokona. Area ball no. Obeche di MCC yi.
Okay.
But from obeche ni gura se Kotoko pese mo hye bia ni Gold Stars nyame adom ochina 3 players in Mabudi. Omi ensa nyina obi obesta team ya Kotoko ku find a way around.
Mati. Ma anywra. Mzewa yo 37 ana.
So the Monday about how
Monday, yes, because me notice in your man now
Monday, you
watch it and
I'll be very surprised. That is Kotoko Nsuade. So Kotoko yes anya me adom no man timi ehunu sa anya ma wi. No Gold Stars ko Kotoko. No more the Baha. I know Gold Stars can score Kotoko.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's the damage? I'm not saying it is bad.
Yeah.
But if Kotoko doesn't learn from their mistakes, learn from games of money Gold Stars have bono. Now me am a team champion and me who say no way. Now coach technical team. I'll be very surprised. Yeah. But Kotoko should also try and go into this game because now Kotoko is playing home away from Mumbo. Now you are playing an away game against Gold Stars. One, the crowd will be against you. Grounds Nakasason said that you're fertile and farmer. Sure. Wait, a gamer, you can use it to instill confidence in your players. Maybe the centre back choice Kotoko is going to use in this game. You say Hamza Taba. We're training this week. Yeah. There's so much pressure on Henry Ansu because the call was a mistake. Samba O'Neal doesn't look quite okay as well from last season. Because someone he looks tired. Wow. Because Ope Kotoko extra nipa was starting games be Samba O'Neal. Now more Patrick can see do that open as fast to build it from there. Overload.
Wow.
Kotoko best option can be three back.
Best option.
For the entrance of the BCT Ako.
Mati. Ever monitor pa new via Gaso say that.
Yeah, Capo.
In good Nkobo.
Yeah, it's a game really a good game, a big game for two teams now.
Sure.
Now me do much from Ghana, no from South Africa, no man can say I'm a fellow coach is it to team no. Game of Litia Kaiser Chiefs, you know. Kotoko XLA AJ Capo after penalties. Your ball Kamara Basso individually he really did well. In the defenders a ball penalties in Asha, you know. But in my honest opinion, game na Kotoko ball South Africa no. Game number ball Ghana no. Se Kotoko share omo games no the last 20 minutes. Ya me adom ochina last 20 minutes no. They should better that 20 minutes no more than the first 20 minutes because Gold Stars game no the last 20.
Oh, okay.
From the evidence of the Ghana they can say because Gold Stars ball lower profile games so UG Stadium more. Now to me find ya stick but Ghana game no. So follow ya. See okay, tell me about taking it here out of lines. Gold Stars out of lines. 90. A shit coach Bashir Ford. Apart from go net to net on the tree game by Chino. Ko check it. On say sometimes shit game e koswa team cry na asha wana. Utimi prepare no catch and from be take no.
Yeah, unyo okay.
Pressure. Unyo okay. That is the word.
Sure.
Lions Bobo pana me cry no chire. They had good intensity. Boys no want dini. Na anyam wan say me your teams no nyina me check obi adwuma obi eye from some pa tournament of boy ye e wosunyane insenche ye wo ho no ma ye check ni so minim teams ni preparation the game no reflect ade na ni agye ni omo ye opona no ho me ka out of Lions but check when Gold Stars overturned that intensity. So Kotoko by word of caution say ultimately finish the game the last 20 minutes there Capo. If I only saw start the first 20 minutes Kotoko should endure 90 minutes Two, wait, I am saying this on the game. Ghana averagely 90 minutes will be about Chelsea form say 90 minutes. But the state of the game, every fixture, every league, players determine how many minutes they can waste. Ghana Premier League, 90 minutes, about 50 to 55 minutes. Wow, Yahweh, they are kind of referee delay game. Goalkeeper, ni team na win ya. Mo e kind of more chechel. No a chance striker beba do. But Africa no, my catch say, umpo 80 to 85. Bon will be that from now so no they are too true that I just want to watch on so Kotoko 90 minutes in ha with an idea say Omo Africa Yakopo yard much and so I will say these same words to be very good stars game no by fair game no be fair. Madwene kyerɛ me say e bi mpo a betimi akwa penalties once again.
Wow.
Other than that, the obenya better second half. Ebe win the
game. No?
The game will not be about first half.
Oh, okay.
The last second half part of the second.
Okay, the last 20 minutes.
The game is there. It's bound there. And a bet involved from substitutions bench.
Okay.
I draw around 80 minutes. I cut 20. Changes ben away. Na yeah, all the best game no. Now, decoding say now the changes in the it's a test case for two coaches in
okay.
Yeah, we should the best team, the very best of luck. Now, I mean, much players be general so they'll give us a very good game.
Coaches, of
course, your grounds. And your
Newton. Now, it was Newton Pitalati.
About packing maybe a chairman about packing.
Oh, sir.
My catcher and say, Hona chairman packing. Okay, so people anymore. Now,
Newton Vitalati, Anna Otini Caronia Comea Messiah, oh my justice to you.